Okay, let's. Hello, hello. What is going on? Is there audio? Let's see. Hey, is everything working? Can you hear? WRX Adrian? Cool. So I was actually trying to use my DSLR, but apparently for whatever reason, I guess the cable that I have, it only made the screen really small, which I saw. It would have been great to have the quality, but the quality just wasn't there. So I ended up grabbing my my webcam for work, and that seems to be doing fine. And then I was trying to use the audio that I normally use, which is my Rode Wireless, and that wasn't working for whatever reason. So we're stuck with the audio and the video from the webcam. So I apologize if you hear birds chirping and crickets and shit like that from outside, but this is the best we've got. But obviously, as you can see, there it is, big old front mount. For the last person, I don't know who was it that was actually saying that it looks tiny, but that is not tiny. That's actually pretty damn big. I'm going to try to stay as close to the laptop. So I've got the laptop sitting next to the screen or the camera. So I'll try to catch up on chat as much as I can. What I wanted to do was just look at the piping, and let me see, where's my so I didn't really get a chance to make a video today because I had a lot of stuff going on with my daughter's school. So I was like, I came home, I was really tired, and I was asking my wife, I was like, what should I do? Should I like make a video? There's like laundry to fold and there's dishes to wash. And I was like, maybe I'll just do like a live stream and just like sit down and just talk to people and do like Q&A. And I've been wanting to open this box for like a couple of days now, and I finally did. So just taking it easy. It's a Friday night, as a grown-up, I'm not going out to the club. I'm not going anywhere. So it's like, whatever. I'll just, here, you know what? Let me see if I can can I raise this? I don't think I can raise this. Let me see if I can raise this a little bit. So I don't have to keep bending down to talk. Maybe. First time doing, you would think that this is the first time doing a live stream. I actually used to stream on Twitch. And here I am acting like I don't know how to stream stuff. Let's see. Okay, this is stable. Let's adjust this to face down a little bit. Can I be in the frame? Hey, look at that. I'm actually in frame now. That makes more sense. Yeah, it is pretty thick. Like it's a good amount. Oh boy, it's heavy, about 40 pounds. Look at this thing. It's like a bazooka. So I think it's a 3-inch core. Really, for the power that we have, I don't really need anything more than that. And I got really lucky. Jeff Perrin asked me if I wanted silver or black, and obviously we're going with the panda look. So I had him make it black and spray paint, stencil on the Perrin logo. And I did go with the red pipes because obviously, what looks cool with the white and black? Obviously red. So that's actually, you know what? I got to go get the other pipes. I'll be right back. All right. So a couple other things I wanted to talk about. Who else joined? Are we sticking it? No, we're not sticking it in tonight. What I do actually want to do is, so I don't have instructions for this right now because like a lot of the other stuff that I've gotten from Perrin, it's been before Perrin has actually like released it. And so it's been a guessing game for me sometimes, like how to install this stuff. Eventually I do get instructions. I usually get like the first revision of instructions. And so I don't have anything for this. I've got all the pipes. I wanted to kind of just look around and see where things go. I have no intentions yet of popping off the bumper or anything because I got to take the stupid lip off. But I kind of wanted to just kind of visualize where some of these things are going, especially since he told me that there's something different we have to do on this that the ETS one doesn't have to do. But I think that's also why the ETS one looks really bulky. And that is, let me move this guy. We will have to possibly cut the windshield tube, I think. So that's something that again, I don't have full information. So the windshield fluid tube is right here. And I think the pipe's going to come down. I know for ETS, they actually want you to push down this, dude, what is this? This is for the air conditioning. I don't know. It's like something for the air conditioning. Push this down and then have the tube go down. But I'm still waiting on the instructions for that. What's your Brig Bay? Hey, what's going on, Trooper? Right, ask what's your brake plan? Any the options? Dude, they are really expensive. Like I saw the Rotero ones, and they were like what 4,000 or something like that, which is a crazy price. I know that I saw DBA now has rotors that we can buy at least, but I don't know if like the STI, the calipers actually fit on it. I haven't seen anybody do it. Now, what I'll be doing is, again, you guys may or may not know, I work with Ecotech, which is local to us here, and they build rally cars for Subaru by spec, right? So, and they've been doing this for almost like, I don't know, like 20 years. And so Misha and some of the other guys, they know what they're doing. I was actually just talking to him about that. So what we're going to do is he's got a bunch of like used STI calipers, Brembos from like older gen STIs. And what we're going to do is we're just going to fab everything in house. So I know that I think like IAG had a video for it, and who else had it? I think Aeroflow. No, not Aeroflow. Somebody else had a video for it. Maybe they did too as well, where they actually fabbed like a spacer for the front rotor. So we're probably going to go that route and just use what we have, because price is a big deal for me, and I can't drop $4,000 on a big brake gate. But if I have somebody willing to do some fab and like kind of knows this stuff, we'll spend more time doing that than money, because right now time we got plenty. I'm gonna get new grill. Okay. All right. So I know that Joey cut the front of the bumper to help with the flow, and I know that a lot of people like the grill that's got like the smaller holes. Here's my issue. I love the OEM grill. I actually think this looks really cool. I love how big they are, and I love the aggressiveness. But I do realize that there are some pockets here that are covered, and in a perfect world, I could actually get this, cut the holes out, and instead of it being gray, painted black. I don't know if I have the skill to paint this. The skirts and stuff like that's really easy to paint, sand paint. This looks like a big pain in the ass to take off and paint. Eventually, I'll probably go with one of those deep dish ones that somebody mentioned. I don't think I've seen one yet, but that's probably what I'll go with if it's got airflow in it. I know that the intercooler is going to stick out. I don't know if you guys can see where my hand is. You can't actually. Let me move this down a little bit. So I know the intercooler does stick about this much into the grill, and then the rest of it down here. I'm really not sure. I'll probably end up cutting it, but I don't know, because like there's still plenty of airflow. It does get cut up, but because what I was going to do was if I do cut underneath the bumper, I wanted to still put some sort of mesh down there, because the issue that I have with my intercooler right now is there's just so much stuff. Oh my God, is that like a dead? There's a dead fly on my intercooler. Okay, let me get that. And that's exactly why I want to put like some sort of mesh so I can. Goodness. Oh man, he's stuck too. Oh, that's gross. Not a big fan of messing with bugs. Come on, Mr. Fly. Oh, come on, dude. Gross. Off you go. That wasn't even a very good throw. Spring bacon, you're going to get fluid flow. Keith, Musuba, I'm looking to buy one. Just trying to do all my research. Are you looking to buy one? Keith, are you talking about the intercooler or just the car itself? The next message says right there. Wow, I'm terrible. Sorry, dude. Yeah. Oh, dude, if you like WRXs or like all-wheel drive, this is probably like the best you can do right now on the market, especially for the price. If you can get a base, especially today, like a lot of 22s are selling for under MSRP. Now is the time to buy one, because like, I mean, people were saying they're getting limiteds for like the price, almost for less than the price of a premium, like almost 32. And they're getting premiums for almost the same price as the base. Now, again, I said this before, I'm like low-key jealous because I bought mine and they gave me like $500 off because I had bought before, but they had just come out. And I did not get a discount. So if you're looking for an all-wheel drive car, especially one that's like going to give you a little bit extra power, you cannot go wrong with this one. Reiner, yeah, I was originally going to paint the stock real gloss. Dude, Reiner, link me that one, the JDM one. I want to see it. Are you talking about the one that's got like the that's just like the bunch of tiny holes, or is it the one that kind of goes in? Because like I know for the VA they had one that kind of like sunk in a little bit without the grill or without the emblem. That one does look really cool. Yes, JD wants a little side on making those deeper. Yeah, I've heard they are making them, but I haven't seen one yet. So if and when they make that, especially if it's gloss black, no question, I'm getting it. So that's for sure happening. Anyway, I want to show you guys something else. If you are on the 22 Facebook group, this is something that recently came up. Somebody posted these. These were cheap rear spats. And I'm here to give you the PSA on cheap rear spats. Well, you know what? I can't say don't get them because I did buy them. So these are it. These are the eBay spats that I bought. These are not the $80 ones. These are like the $15 to $20 ones. Oh man! First of all, no hardware. Okay, but I did buy these twice. First time they got here, they were actually broken, and I talked to the guy, and he ended up sending me another stuff. I'm going to show you this, and think about if you've ever seen rear spats, like the OEM ones, or even like Brad or Flatline WRX. He's got them, and they're really good. These, I don't know. So this is the one from eBay. This is the rear spat for eBay. Look how thin that is. Just look at this. This is not, it doesn't inspire confidence that this thing is not just going to like fly off and hit somebody. So I actually have, I have two pairs of these, and what I'm considering is like, this isn't a great example, but I'm considering actually like doubling up on them, put like one on the other and then like screw it in, which I still don't really like the idea. God, they're really cheap. But I mean, for $15, this is the shit that you're gonna get. So I got this off the recommendation of somebody else because I like to save money. But I think this is probably where you should spend the extra bucks. Now the problem is the ones that Flatline got from eBay. Originally, I think he said he got them for like 60 or 80 bucks. They're all now like $120 and $150 for rear spats, just basically pieces of plastic. I just don't, man, that's a hard price for me because I know I'm still going to paint them, sand them and paint them like I did the lip and the side skirts, but I don't think I'm ready to buy that. So I'm going to try these out. Again, I don't actually feel super, actually, you know what? What's funny is I was actually looking at this one and this one's already breaking from here. So like the quality, look at that. The quality is not there. Reiner is exactly stock race grill, black and said, okay. Reiner, if that's the case, I will get it. If it's gloss black, but the same one, I'm buying it because I really like this. I like this line right here and actually don't mind the emblem. I think the emblem does look really good, but I do want to like get it, maybe put white. I have seen the overlays. I just haven't bought one yet. Jared, do you deal with any hood bounce? Dude, oh my goodness, dude. Yesterday, okay. Jared's question was, he asked, do I deal with any hood bounce on the highway? Literally like 2 days ago, my wife asked me while I was driving. She's like, is your hood closed? It bounces a lot. And I don't understand why, because the seal is like really good. I don't know why it bounces. I mean, I don't think that it's going to like pop up, but if you're experiencing that, 100% I can relate. It does happen. Right around pusher style, hood bounce or hood scoop. The hood, yeah, the hood itself bounces a lot. Like I thought when I first got it that the hood was gonna open up, or like that maybe I didn't close it properly, and I actually pulled off on the side of the road to test it, and that definitely does happen. Also, for some of you who came in a little bit late, let me bring this guy back up here. Put this back up here so you guys can see. This is the front mount from Perrin. It is a 3-inch core. Let me put it so it doesn't fall. So that is the intake. Somebody had mentioned on one of my community posts that it looked really small. I promise you, it is not small. It is huge. It is thick. It's about 3 inches, and it's heavy. It's like 46 pounds. Yeah, my boss like crazy. I miss the hood thing so much. Yeah, you call him a dangerous. Is it normal for the shifter to move forward and back while driving? Johnny asks, is it normal for the shifter to move forward and back while driving? That, for the shifter to move forward and back? No. I mean, it shouldn't. I know that, like, if you're driving and you just look down at it, I mean, it kind of shakes, but that's really the only thing that should be happening. It shouldn't be moving, at least not a lot. No, just the front brake pushing near the front bumper, headlight, and didn't help much. Yeah. I don't know, man. The bumper one, that's a really good question. I've heard you're not the only person to say that. People have said it, and I've experienced it myself, but like I was like, it's Subaru things, I guess. I don't know. Oh, let me guys show you the shirt. Finally, the shirt design is here. This is the shirt. I got the logo right here, close to my heart, and I got the what you guys see in the beginning of the videos. I didn't end up liking it so much. I just put it on the back of the shirt. Now, the shirt, this shirt was just a test shirt. I still probably won't sell merch for a while. I don't know. I've been going back and forth on it. People keep asking me, but I really don't think the channel is big enough for me to just like be like, hey, buy some t-shirts from me or whatever. But this design or this shirt itself, I picked a different brand. I picked Hanes, and they sent me a different brand. They sent me Gilded, and it's like, I checked the tag and it says heavy cotton. Like I mean, maybe it needs to be washed, but like it's rough. It's not like a soft t-shirt. Like I've got like that Power Rangers shirt I wore the other day, a couple of the other ones. They're like, I don't know what brand they are, but they're just like 100% soft cotton, and they feel so much better. This is like the second time I put it on today. It's better now, but I think I think it needs a wash before I can really feel comfortable wearing it every day. But I'm still gonna wear it every day in my videos and stuff because I'm happy to have like my own brand and stuff finally. Okay, so now I want to put this down. What I want to do is I want to go over the piping because, as I was mentioning earlier, a couple of things that do need to be done on the Perrin one is I believe they want me to chop off some of the top of the where the windshield wiper fluid goes. And I know that's crazy, but when you're modding cars, you're going to be making some changes because I know even on the ETS one, once we take the bumper off, you got to take off. Obviously, the bumper bar has to come off, which is a little scary. The bumper bar has to come off. Pretty much all the brackets on the left and right have to come off. The bracket that is holding the horn has to come off. There's another bracket on the left-hand side on the front that's holding the temperature, the temperature sensor in your car, the thermometer or whatever. That needs to be moved. So like all the things are similar to the ETS, except this, because I think the way that ETS made it, their pipe is going a little bit higher. And I have no idea how Perrin's pipe is going because I don't have the instructions yet. And I do want to, and that's why I'm here tonight. I wanted to just look in the engine bay and look at the pipes and see what we have. Because I mean, obviously I can see where the charge pipe is going. I know how much space we have routed here. And I'm not going to say I'm going to take shit off. I'm not saying I won't do it. But I told myself I was just going to be out here for a little bit, just to kind of like hang out and, hang out with you guys because, hey, it's Friday night and I'm an adult and I'm not going anywhere. So I just figured I'd show you guys what I was doing. Let's see. My 10-year-old shirts feel better than my newer ones. Yes, dude, Hatch. That is exactly. I have so many shirts from high school, right? And my wife hates it. Most of my t-shirts from high school still fit me. I was like, oh, it was 20 years ago. And some of the Walmart shirts I bought, like they have those graphics tees on the wall in the back for like $7, are some of my favorite shirts to wear. And they feel so good. Yes, Evelyn 28. If you guys don't know, Evelyn 28 is my wife. She is on here also. She's been super supportive of everything we've been doing here. She actually helped with the shirt. And she gave me the first review of the shirt. She said it sucks. David asks, during morning cold starts, there's a static-like noise coming from the driver's side. Almost sounds like it is audio related, but some remains when the audio is off. After 20 miles, it goes away. Cold starts in the morning. To be fair, when I have a cold start in the morning, I can't hear anything else. I'd say I have not experienced any noise like that on the driver's side. But now that you've said it, I'm gonna try tomorrow or whenever it is I turn the car on. I'll try to see if I can listen for it. I I have not heard that. So I will try to keep an eye or ear out. Yes, everybody say hello to Evelyn28. She is Mrs. Heavy Metal Rex. She's just hanging out inside. She's not feeling too well. Anyway, here we go. Here is the box of the pipes. This is the big box that you guys saw. We got a couple of pipes in here. We got this big old pipe. This actually looks, boy, this is going to be, dude, this jigsaw game is going to be a lot of fun. Well, it definitely, definitely doesn't go there. So this is probably going to go, you know what? That's probably going to go on this. Oh, no. Where the hell that's going to go? I don't know. This is why we do this. This is exactly why I want to do this. Even though I'm not installing it today, I wanted to see if I can like Tetris it together in my mind. Here's another pipe. This one's a little bit thinner. This looks like this is going to be one of the ones. Yeah, this looks like this is going to be one of the ones that's going to come in from the throttle body or go into the throttle body. And this is probably a coupler. There's probably going to be a coupler here for the side, maybe the right side of the intake. Saw that? Almost dropped that. Almost dropped it live. Oh boy, there's another pipe. Here's another one. This is just, man. It's like I look at this and I'm just like, how the, no, I don't think that's going to go on though. That's fine. I don't know. Overall, this is going to be really interesting. Oh boy. I don't know, box down there? What's that? Nope, just packing foam. What did I miss? Keith asked, how much HP to the wheels are you getting with the top mount intercooler, and what are you expecting after the front mount? Okay, so I've been tuned like so many different ways. When I had my first 93 tune with just the intake and the stock top mount, I was making 321 horsepower and 350-ish or 360-ish torque. And on E30, oh, shoot, I can't even remember. Was it E30 or E40? I can't even remember now. It was either E30 or E40. I was making 363 horsepower and 380-ish torque. And we kept the torque low on purpose. And this was all in the stock intercooler. And this last time, when I've got the J pipe on, we made it on 93. We were making about 340 horsepower and 400 torque. And on an E30 blend or E40, it was this time for sure, it was the E40 blend. We only made 363 horsepower and 437 torque. Now, I did have a tune in between all that. So all those tunes were from Graham over at Boosted Performance Tuning. Now, I did have a very super aggressive, not recommended tune from D-Man, Anthony. I did a tuner talk with him, which I know that I'm super behind on tuner talks. It's just I haven't found somebody that I really want to bring on the channel, but it's coming. We're going to have another tuner talk soon. He was actually able to push the car to a very unsafe, not so reliable 400 horsepower, 450 torque. Now, he would never do that to a customer car. I wouldn't recommend that to anybody. And that was on E50 blend with just an intake and the top mount. The car, some of the videos that you saw on the channel, I did actually race with that tune, but the car did not like it. Dan was constantly dropping. I had all kinds of like engine stuttering issues. Well, it wasn't engine stuttering, but I mean, I just had some issues, but it felt amazing, but I would never run that again unless I have some more supporting mods. With a front mount, most of the people that I've seen have been able to hit with a front mount J-pipe and intake, have been able to hit 400 or almost 400 horsepower on 93. And that's kind of where I'm hoping that we hit. Between 380 and 400 is where I'm hoping to get. I mean, most people are seeing about 40 horsepower gains and 40 to 60 torque gains, just changing from the stock top mount to the, actually not even stock top mount, it's from the aftermarket top mount to the aftermarket front mount. So whatever you're getting from a top mount aftermarket, so your Cobb, now Grimspeed and ETS, you're going to get all like maybe like, I don't want to say 100, maybe like 80, 90% more from a front mount. These cars are ridiculously happy with more air. And that's exactly what we saw when we put the J pipe on there, because you saw that, especially on E30 or E40, our horsepower did not go up. I think I was at 361 before and only went up 2 horsepower. It may be because the J pipe that we made needs some modifications because I don't actually have an aftermarket J pipe that I bought. We built the J pipe using 2021 WRX parts or like VA WRX parts. And then we also cut the stock flange, the flange off of the stock J pipe from the factory. So I don't even know if we're going to be able to use it in the future. I might end up having to buy one, but so long answer, but hopefully that ends up helping. I'm terrible with this. Sometimes I get like really ranty. Jerry Vincent said, I know I'm late to the party, but if you loosen the head bumpers or turn them counterclockwise a bit, it will stop the movement going down the interstate. Interesting. Loosen the head bumpers or turn them counterclockwise a little bit. Head bumpers. Are you talking about these things right here? The little gray things on both sides, is that what you're referring to? To just kind of try to bring it up a little bit? So counterclockwise, not clockwise, so this would be counterclockwise. Okay, well that doesn't actually go anywhere, so that's probably not it. Hood bumpers. Hood bumpers. Yeah, are you referring to the... Jerry, you'll have to confirm for me, man. Are you talking about these things right here? Because like I can't. Oh, or are you talking about these? I'm really confused. You're right. It's the gray piece. Oh, it is the gray piece. Okay. So you're saying to turn it counterclockwise? I don't. Mine don't. Oh. Okay. Oh. All right. Well, it's in my hand now. Okay. All right. Well. Okay. So you guys get to see this. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Now that I looked at the other one, that is much. All right. Let me try this again. So basically, they're like giant screws. I see. I see. There we go. I put it back in. Okay. So by stock, it's like between the third and fourth rung of the screw, and that's stock because that's the one that's on the other side, the driver's side that I did not take out. So this would be about 3. 1, 2, 3. Is that about right? Now there's not that much space. So I see 1, 2 on that side. So if I bring this, so now, okay, so I'm stock height now, I think, God damn. Okay, hold on. Let me go do this the right way. Can't do it by eye. Yes. Oh, dropping things. For a car guy, my garage is completely not designed for car people. So I ended up getting a measuring tape to measure exactly how high. So it's like mine stock is about 1 inch off of. So if I bring in a little bit more. So I move mine like a hair above 1 inch. Let's see. Great piece. Looks like yours was maxed out. And you want to make sure even. Mine were not even for factory. Everyone must have been all the way up already. Do you need to get a Mustang? Nick in here. So Nick has a Mustang. I don't think I'll ever buy a Mustang. Yeah, dude, I'm glad that you mentioned that because we were exactly talking about that I couldn't believe how much the hood actually shakes. And I'm glad like everybody else talks about it too because it's terrible. All right, so let me bring this up a little bit more. All right, so what I did was I brought it up like a little bit, like a hair over 1 inch. So I'll have to see how it works, and then I'll adjust it from there. Nick, no, I figured it out. I actually ended up taking it out. So let me fix this. So this is. Oh, Nick, let me show you the front mount. Oh boy, look at this guy. For any of you that just joined, this is it. Boom. Super heavy. Very thick. Test with closing hood. Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. Let's close the hood and make sure it actually does close. But now we're gonna roll the bike. But I'm glad that we got a chance to talk about that, because that is super important. We'll have to post that on the forums. Let everybody know that you can do that. I mean, yeah, it looks fine. I mean, we'll have to see. We'll have to see if it shakes on the highway. That's gonna be the real test. Yeah, I think it might be fine. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's get this out of the way. Oh my God. You want me to come over? I have nothing to do tonight. No. Oh, so Kevin, the mount is, so I know that the sponsorship conversation has come up a few times, and I wasn't actually officially sponsored by Perrin. The way all this even happened was Jeff Perrin actually emailed me randomly and was like, "Hey, I saw your channel. You seem like a cool dude. Can I send you some test parts? You know, if that's okay with you?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, send me what the hell you got, you know?" And yeah, no, the hood closed just fine. Like I said, I only moved it up like 7/8 of an inch. So this was like January 10th, maybe, is when that first email came in. And I know Perrin. You guys know Perrin. Everybody knows Perrin. And I was like, wow, that's actually pretty cool. I'll take anything you give me. So originally he had sent me the shifter stop, like a shift bushing, which I haven't installed yet. And I still don't know if I'm going to. Well, I should install it. I just haven't installed it yet. The red intercooler thing, that I've had that for like 3 months now. I just now finally putting it on. And another part, the EGR part, which I can't really talk about. And I was like, oh, this is really cool stuff. Like, well, what the hell is it? Like, where do I put it? How do I put it in there? Because I never got a shift stop on my 21. I was like, you know what? It's a great time to learn. And since then, the partnership has been like pretty good. Like, I'm pretty much at the point where I can just call them whenever I want to call them if I run into any trouble. And I've paid for a few things. Like, I have a air oil separator that you sent me for like a really good price, but like I haven't put it on because some of the routing might need to move because stuff goes underneath and around the intercooler. And so I didn't want to put it in until I had this intercooler out and I knew exactly where the front mount pipes were going to go. So that's still coming. I know Joey installed the IAG one, and Dark Wolf Hobbies, I think that's his channel, actually has one from Perrin as well. Those are not available yet. I think they're still a test phase. But I mean, since then, it's just been like me and him talking about just like what does he have, and like a lot of the stuff I've gotten isn't even on Perrin's website right now. It's like I'm literally testing the parts for him. Like he has a car, a 22, and they have a shop car that they put all this stuff on. But like, there's not a whole lot of independent testing, and I'm not even like the best resource for independent testing. Like I have no dyno, I can't test it. But what I have been doing is every time I install something, I tell them like, what is it like for somebody who doesn't really work on cars that much, but does like home garage stuff? How hard or how easy is it for somebody like me, right? When I had my 21, I didn't really do a whole lot of work with it. I've done way more on the 22 than I did the 21. And I am by no means a mechanic or an expert under the hood. And so giving him feedback like that kind of helps. Like, for example, he sent 2 washers and 2 bolts for the shifter stop. And when I was helping my buddy install it, another subscriber who also lives in St. Louis, he brought his car over and we installed it on his. We dropped one of the washers in between the trim in the car, and we couldn't get it. It was just gone. And so I was like, damn, Perrin, if only you had sent like 2 extra washers, you know, it would have been a problem. But we ended up having to drive to Walmart and find like washers and nuts that were almost exactly the same ones that he sent at like 10 o'clock at night. And it was lucky that it was 10 o'clock because that Walmart by us is not 24/7. It's like closes at 11. And if we hadn't found it, he would have just had to not go home that day. I don't know. Like his shifter doesn't even work. So like things like that, I feel like when they send these parts to like big shops, you don't see those problems, right? You don't see a lot of like the things that they get into. And when they make these install videos, they really leave out the fluff. So you're like, oh, wow, that'll only take me like 10 minutes. But like, I promise you, it's not a 10-minute job. None of these jobs have been, everything somebody has told me only takes 10 minutes has never taken me 10 minutes. And I think that's the interesting thing about being like, just like a random dude at home. Also, I'd buy, Jerry says, I'd buy a shirt I wear while working on my car. Hey, what's going on, Dennis? Thanks for stopping by the stream. We're just hanging out, just honestly not really installing anything. I just wanted to like talk to you guys because I have nothing else to do on a Friday night. And what I wanted to do was this. I wanted to try and like mock up some of these intercooler pipes and just kind of see if I can figure out where they go. I have some of the couplers here. So there's 4 total pipes. Anyway, I get sidetracked a lot. So whoever asked me about the Perrin stuff, I hope any of that ranting actually answered your question. But yes, that's right. The front mount. The front mount is sponsored by Perrin, and I am now officially sponsored by Perrin. When all this stuff comes out, I will have coupon codes so you guys can get some of this stuff for like 10% off, which is really cool. I know that people have talked about Perrin's customer service. That's like the #1 thing I hear is like, oh, well, I bought something from Perrin and I never heard from them, or they did this and their customer service was bad, or like I read all their Google reviews and inside information. It's not a big company. It's like a really small group of people doing it. And like, that's not an excuse for bad customer service, but like he tries very hard to make sure the customer service is good. He as in like Jeff Perrin, because obviously his name is on the brand. The last thing he wants to do is have a bunch of people talking shit about his company when like he's trying to make it better. Not that like me saying this is like excuses bad customer service. It's just everybody's experience is different, obviously. Yes, thank you. 10 minutes equal. Yeah. Nick said 10 minutes equals about 2 hours. Oh my God. That night when I was installing all the rest of the Perrin parts, I promise you, I started at 3 p.m. I got done at midnight. It was like 12:30. I was delusional. Like I had taken like 2 pills of Dramamine because I get sick underneath the car, and everything did get on. And in the middle of the night, and some of you who have J pipes and non-resonated mid pipes and muffler deletes, you know how loud this car is on cold start. I turned this sucker on at 12:30 at night because I was like, I need to know if this works. All this work I did, I'm turning this car on, and holy shit, was it loud. Really cool family shouts. Rob H. Tech said, yeah, 10 minutes. No, it is never 10-minute job. Even something simple like this. This is just like this little intercooler. It goes in between the intercooler and the throttle body. It's just purely cosmetic. Purely. That's, if you know what you're doing, 10 minutes for sure. But if you've never taken off the intercooler before, 100%. That's like 30 minutes to 45 minutes. And it's all cosmetic. Yes, thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think it's like again, for me, for a big company like Perrin to reach out was like, I'm starstruck because I'm like, wow, they think like I have something of value. Like people actually like what I do. And so this company sees that people like what I do, and now they want to reach out to the people that like me through theirs, whatever. Now I did pay for the front mount. I did pay for the AOS. I paid for the turbo inlet. No, I paid for the AOS, the air oil separator, and I did have to pay for the front mount because it came with the piping and everything. That's like, so okay. ETS is, let me look it up. I think ETS is like, how much is it? Like $900. Front mount 2022 WRX. ETS front mount. Yeah, so the ETS front mount, the 3-inch core silver, just the front mount itself is $760. Okay, the pipes are like another 700. Oh, they're $800. $795 for the pipes and $760 for the intercooler. You know, so like, you know, $1,500, right? All this I got for 700. So just full disclosure, that's how much I paid. Dude, I gotta say, the AOS, I think that the recommendation from everybody that drives these cars or any turbo cars is to get an AOS or probably more a catch can, because it's a little bit of an easier install and you can see when there's oil in there and you can kind of keep track of it. With the AOS, you kind of don't really see. And then there's some people that say you shouldn't get an AOS because like carbon builds up somewhere else or something. And it's like, I mean, I didn't have one on my 21, and even though I only had it for like 16,000 miles, I didn't really run into any issues when we opened it up and took a look inside. Like it was like fairly clean. There really wasn't that much blow by. So I can't, I don't know if well, actually I can't say, I know I don't have enough information to give you a direct answer. All I have is my recommendation from tuners that say at the minimum, if you drive a turbocharged car, put on a catch can. Catch cans are usually a little bit more inexpensive, and plus you get to see exactly how much the catch can is working. So that's one way to do it. The great thing is catch cans and AOSs usually don't void warranty because it's just like cutting into pipes that are already there. And so if you want to do it, it doesn't really do anything. So
Jeremy said, I've never modded a car until this vehicle. I've done all my own work by watching YouTube videos. And I appreciate that.
oh yeah, dude, that's, man, I was telling my cousin this, who's 20, and when I was 20, if I wanted to learn, and I know this is like so stupid if we're gonna say this, but like when I was 20, like the internet was there, but like it wasn't like no, I mean when I was 20, yeah, the internet was really like a big thing, but I'd say we watched more shitty things on the internet than actually used it for information. So if it came to something car related, I was still driving to like Pep Boys to buy the car manual because I had a 92 Tercel. And I remember going to Pep Boys and buying a full, it was like a 90 to 92 Toyota Tercel instruction book, like a repair manual, the whole thing. And it was like this thick, right? And I remember I think I had to change my timing belt. And I was like, okay, I'll just buy the repair manual and just like do it. But like, think about that. We can just get on the internet and find anything we want at any time of the day. And like 20 years ago, I was still driving to the library to find out information. Like, it just blows my mind.
There you go. I need to, Jared, I think I'm going the catch can route. The radiums need to.
I don't know. I don't know if you need to. I know they have a single one. I know they've got the dual catch cans. Honestly, I don't know the answer to that. I know that the dual one is also about like $300. Like it's a little more expensive too.
Reese B says, Jared, for the one catch can, main one is the PVC one. Backside, if you run an ETS intake, we'll need to mod.
Yes, that actually, Cody on Street Inspired just showed that. He did actually have a radium catch can, and there was some issues, and I think he did like an updated video about that. No, so AOSs don't void warranties just because they're not power increasing or anything like that. They're usually going into different pipes or rather different hoses. But as long as you can bring everything back to stock, which you most definitely can. But even having it on, I have not heard of any dealer like voiding warranty or not accepting warranty work because of that. If anything, they're probably like, good job, now your engine's like a lot cleaner. Yeah, I think that's, as of right now, that is the case. I don't believe that they do anything like that. There's no warranty issue with that.
We see if we can pure push to slide. Fully getting my rod.
Okay, all right. So like, what was I doing? I was gonna like, okay, I want to try to do this. So here's the couplers and stuff. So here's all of the hardware that we got. There's like obviously all the different couplers. There's just millions of couplers. This is, what are these? I think this is like for the, look about the same size. I think this is for the sides of the intercooler. This is why I came out in the first place, to like look through this stuff, because I haven't like given it a good look through. Some bolts that came on there. Here's like the coupler for the throttle body, so that's gonna go up on the top. So I gotta figure out what cable goes on there. I think there's like a one of these many elbows will go on here. I have no idea how it's gonna be put together. I did see some. Perrin did send me some clips on what they look like, or what these things look like. So now, obviously, something like this, I can tell these two are a little bit thicker than this one. So as you can see, boop. So this is probably going to be the secondary pipe that goes down to the actual intercooler, and these are probably going to go to the throttle body, because up on the throttle body, it's a pretty thick boy. Actually, we can test that right now. Let me pop open the throttle body one. I should be getting instructions for this like within the next couple of days, so I'm not going to have to guess. Recess for me, the Mishimoto is easier than the radium, since you can use completely your hoses, pre-cut and shape. Radium, you got to cut and reuse part of the OEM hoses. Oh, dude, okay. Let's talk about hoses. Holy shit. When I installed the diverter valve and the turbo inlet, I had to cut a lot of hoses. And I have all that footage. And like, when I mentioned that I was like cursing like crazy, if you've never used, or if you've ever used it's like a T-bar is what they call it. And basically it's like a fitting that you can shove to, like you cut a hose and you can shove the hoses on there. And then there's like a little fitting on top where you can shove your hose that you want. And it's designed to where you shove it inside the hose, and you don't need a clamp, because the front of the barb kind of like pushes, puts enough pressure on the hose so it can't move. But oh my goodness, they are like the hardest things to install, because of how hard it is to push like a non-malleable rubber tube onto like a piece of plastic. And I actually had to do it 3 times, and I didn't take the hoses out. So if you have the option to put your own hoses on that are like ready to go, like pre-cut, prefab, and you're just gonna plug them up, that's probably the way to go. Big turbo, goodness! I wish big turbo. I think that's gonna be the next, because I know a couple of people are actually getting big turbos very soon. It's gonna be pretty damn cool seeing people test turbos. I really look forward to that. Okay, so I'm slowly figuring it out, guys. I'm figuring it out. I think I figured it out. So these two pipes for sure are going to the intercooler. That I think we got. This for sure, either it's this one or the other hose. This is going to go. I think it's actually going to be this one. This is going to go onto the throttle body. This makes a lot of sense. You know what I just noticed? All of the couplers have Perrin on it except this one. What do you guys think? Should I throw it all away, get a new one? Trooper FA24, hey, after you sanded and then painted the version 2 lip, do you still have those little dimples where the screws go? It kind of drives me crazy. I wish it was one piece. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let me get this camera. I'm going to take it off the stand, and I'm going to take you guys in a little bit closer to my front lip. And I know I don't want to do it, because if you get close, it doesn't look so great. It only looks good from a distance. But let me show you. Let me see if I can. If you get a little nauseous, I apologize. We're going deep. All right, so here's what it looks like. It's not. This is bug guts. Okay, this is actually not like missing paint. I don't know if you can see. These are bug guts. That's pretty common here, as you can see. Bug guts everywhere. So look at this. You will actually be able to see that seam. And the issue was, for me, the seam was totally visible as soon as I painted it, but when it was black, you could barely see it. And I'm not a big fan of it being a 3-piece as well, but there's really not a whole lot we can do about it. Now, does anybody in the chat have the OEM STI lip? And if you do, is it 1 piece? Because if it is, I might actually replace this with the OEM one, because not only, it's 1 piece. Oh my God, that's fantastic. If it's 1 piece, I'll go with that. And also, not that I don't like it. I think it's a really aggressive lip, but for me, it's too aggressive, because my I have trouble going up the ramp at my job. So, and this is stock height. I've already like, there's already like rubbing marks underneath because I have trouble going up it and actually coming down. And also, it'll be a little bit higher. And if it's one piece, that would actually be really cool. So, if you're saying that's the case, I think I'm gonna have to buy it. This front lip is so, dude. I know. Not okay. Not only is it long, it comes down. So like this whole shelf, it comes down and then it sticks out. And I'll be honest, like when I first put it on, the car looked like a total race car, and I thought looks badass until I drove it, and then until I broke it. So where I broke it, you actually can't really. Here, let me see if I can get a flashlight so I can show you guys. So you can see right here, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but there's a crack. That's actually the first place I broke it, and I was able to glue it back on, but you can still see the crack because it wasn't perfect. And here, no, the camera's too far, you can't really see. But the other one is actually right here. I don't know if you can see that, but this is the other part that broke, and the glue actually came off. So right now I have it Gorilla taped on the bottom because I need to take it off and redo this. And I didn't put enough clear coat, so there's a couple of parts where it has rock chips, but it's like where we live, there's so much construction on the highway. And even in my subdivision, they're still building like dozens of houses. And so construction is a big issue for me, and rock chips is a big issue. And it sucks. It sucks. All right, I'm gonna put you guys back. Try to go as slow as possible for anybody who has motion sickness like I do. All right, cool beans. Okay.
What did I miss here? Yes, this one piece. Rob, thank you so much for that information. I appreciate it. I'm definitely going to, I think,
Jerry as well, thank you so much. I think I am going to switch over to that. I know that Aeroflow is actually sending me the STI spoiler, or it's the trunk lip. It's the one that's got like the two wings on it. Not two wings, but like it's the OEM style lip. So I still need to get that. And if things go well, then I'll probably see if I can get them to send me the lip as well, unless Noble has one.
Are you going to the show me meet?
Yes. Oh, okay. I've actually been meaning to post this on my community page. Yes, I am going. So we actually run a car group here in St. Louis called a Gateway Hustle. And I did post on the Facebook group. If anybody who's in the area, come by. We are actually having a pretty big, our first meet is tomorrow night at Show Me's in St. Charles. So if you're in the area, which I think there's only one person in my chat that actually is, the turnout actually should be really good. But as of right now, I think it's supposed to be raining. I think it still is. Oh man, damn. So it is still rain. Oh, the rain is actually coming down. So it actually might not rain. And if it doesn't, we'll probably get like 100 cars. It should be really good.
You're gonna show me, is it worth tuning a Subaru GT?
Okay, Julia. So the issue right now is you can't tune it with caveats. You can't tune it with Cobb. You can, however, put on a JB4. Now, the reports are it doesn't like more than 320, 330 torque. The E30 JB4 will put you somewhere around 310, 315. So that's an option. It's definitely an option. I don't know what it feels like, and I have no direct communication with people who have done it, but I know that it can be done. That's your only option right now. The JB4 itself has some caveats as well because it still uses like the stock dam and knock sensors, and so the stock tune does drop dam from time to time just because, and that does reduce power. So if you end up going on a dyno, you'll actually see this where one run you'll have like a good amount of horsepower, and the second run you won't, just because the JB4 can't change that and can't adjust the knock sensor on it, and so you are going to have that issue. So something to keep in mind if you go that route, but that is your only option right now. What's interesting is Cobb actually released an OTS map for the Ascent automatic, which is really weird. And I don't know how much different the CVT and the Ascent is to the SPT that's in the WRX. So I would imagine that they should be able to eventually do something with that as well. So I guess just keep an eye out. I know for a fact the day that they have that tune, I will make a video on it and let you guys know. Oh boy, look at this. It's flatline, dude. I was talking about you earlier. I was talking about the rear spats. I was telling people how the ones that you bought are like really awesome, and the ones that I bought are actually like just complete hot garbage pieces of shit. Okay, you know what? SPT, CVT, just look, we just call it an automatic. It's just, that's no big deal. It probably will. Oh, I know, double spats. You know what? Let me go get the other spats. I'm going to show you exactly what I was talking about. Okay, I'm back. So here's what happened. I bought so if you didn't hear this before, somebody in the 2022 WRX Facebook group posted, "Hey, I found some really cheap rear spats on eBay." And they bought, I think they paid $25 or $30. So I went looking and I found the same ones for $15. Okay. Now, if you've been on this channel for some time, you know that I love a good bargain. So I bought them. Oh shit, there they go. And unfortunately, they came broken. One of them was actually broken. So I was a little upset. Now the company, seeing as they made $15 off of me, said to me, "We'll just send you another one if you give us a good review." I was like, whatever, 15 bucks, fine. So they sent me the second pair, and that's, I mean, I can show you tomorrow. But the issue is they're so thin. Look how thin these spats are. There's nothing there. And so I'm not confident. So what I'm going to do is this is my plan. This is what I was telling you. This is what I was going to do. Let me get the other one. I had this crazy, genius idea. I said, what if I double them up? Because I'm going to sand them and paint them. So here is, well, this is not the same one. It went quiet for, I love that it went quiet for a solid bit. Dude, I literally ran back into the house and I ran down into the basement. So it was just like silent. Okay, so here's what I was thinking. So this is two spats from the same side. Okay, I was thinking, what if I paint this one, right? But then like the bottom stays black or whatever, right? And I paint this one white and the bottom stays black. And then I just take them and I sandwich them. Look at this. What a great idea, right? Now, like you got that look, okay? It doubles it up. It gives it some added rigidity, and the broken one can be at the bottom and nobody even has to know, right? So that's what it's going to look like. So what's going to be really cool is it'll be like white right here, and you'll see like a little bit of black from the bottom and then white on top. It might, but it's a rear spat. I have a feeling it's probably just going to fly off. So I don't know. I don't even think I'm going to use these. I want to because like the rear looks naked without the white, and so the side skirts don't go anywhere. But dude, this is some cheap shit. So like I probably wouldn't buy these. I was thinking like mine are thick and can't fit on the. Oh, dude, these I think even combined, these are not the same size as yours. So Flatline WRX, he actually bought like the eBay version of the OEM style spats. Would you say that? And like they're really good. They look fantastic. And so I was like, these can't be that bad. No, these are terrible. Don't buy these. I'm still going to put them on and I'm going to show you what they look like and I'll see if they whistle, but this is a different problem. But now, as you can see, I've got four eBay spats and I have to figure out what to do with these eventually. But I've had these for 2-3 weeks now. I just haven't like figured out how to deal with them. So that is that. So that's that problem. Okay, so let me read this chat real quick. Do things like mine are thick and can't fit one in the? Oh yeah, mine are definitely not thick. I don't know if you see them. Look like that. Yeah, they look really good though. Buy a pair, get some metal from Home Depot, copy design, or return them. Metal, dude. That's actually not a bad idea. But I'm like not good with fab work because I'm As you can see by my front lip and how terribly painted it is, I'm really impatient when it comes to stuff like this. I don't even know if that would be good. I'd actually just end up making it worse. Okay, all right. Back to the intercooler. All right, this is what we were talking about. I keep getting sidetracked. Okay, coupler for the throttle body. So what I want to do, trying to decide if I want to, you know what? Yeah, I think I will. Let me put this guy here. Thinking of like how to do this. Put the intercooler here because I want to try to like mock up the piping a little bit. So put this guy here, on here like that, and what I will do is I'll bring you guys down with me. So here's what we got. Yeah, so this is the intercooler. Like the guy was like, somebody was like, oh, it's like really small. Nah, dude, it's like humongous. So this my baby. You know, I actually wanted to do this short with my wife. Any of you guys watch Mighty Car Mods? You probably know that every time they get an intercooler, Moog likes to play it like a harp. And I was telling her it'd be really cool if I made like a short, but I was playing it like a guitar because obviously I'm not gonna play harp. Actually, let me get a cloth to put that underneath that. There we go. It's nice and clean. Okay, that's not going anywhere. Let's put this down so we have a nice clean spot for it. Okay. All right. I don't know how far we're gonna get with this because the throttle body part is on top. Do you know if it's a 3-inch? You know what? We can find out. I'm pretty sure it's 3 inches. Oh, dude, it's 3.5. This whole time I thought it was actually 3 inches. It's a 3.5-inch core. Badass. I had no idea. These are these. I mean, these are 2 3/4 on the inlets, but I don't think that part's that big of an issue. Yeah, so 3.5. That's actually pretty cool. So like right in the middle. So we were talking about price. You know what? Now let's go back and see how much ETS's 3.5 core is. $859. That's a silver core. If you get it anodized black, whoa. Okay. Anodized black, which is exactly what this is, 3.5-inch core from ETS right now is $1,009. Flying off just like my exhaust tip. Dude, Nick, my exhaust tip is still like the one that flew off is like sits inside a little bit because it's you know, it's terrible. I'll fix that one of these days. Okay, so what I wanted to do, and forgive my flip flops, but that's what you guys are gonna get. I like being comfortable. Okay, so I've got a couple of these couplers. I don't think they're gonna go. No, that's definitely not gonna go on there. Is that gonna go on there? That looks like it goes on there. What about the other side? So basically, the reason I'm out here messing with this is I don't have instructions right now, and Jeff is going to get me instructions very soon. And so I just wanted to come out here and play around and kind of see if I can figure stuff out. Now, what's interesting is this coupler does fit on this side, on both sides, actually. But I don't know. You know what? He did send me a revealing picture. Let me see. Oh, goodness. My phone is not doing too well. Let's see. Image. Oh, dang. He sent me a cool picture, but it actually doesn't show anything. It doesn't show anything of note at all. I was hoping that there was some indication to show. I don't see the intercooler on their website. Yeah, so right now, a lot of the parts that I have are not available to purchase. The diverter valve, you can't buy. The turbo inlet, you cannot buy. And the EGR part, obviously, you can't buy because that's still testing. And the intercooler, you can't buy yet either. This is still testing. all the Perrin parts I have are like their test items. And that's what I was telling people. Like that's been like the fun part about getting this stuff, and probably the reason why I was able to even get these things is because they're not fully ready to like ship this stuff. So keep an eye out because it will be coming soon-ish, and I will for sure have like coupon codes so you guys can save some money when this stuff does come out. I know, dude. I've seen a couple of people actually tell me that they're not far from them, which is really cool. I wish I was like I live next to some people like that. All right, what else we got? I've got all these clamps, obviously millions of clamps. These are actually the braces to hold on both sides the intercooler, so we're not even gonna mess with that right now. And I've got like so many of these now. I don't know if anybody is like interested in these. I think I have like 4 of these now. And as you guys saw, I actually have the blacked out one on the back of mine. Not because I'm hiding from the cops. I just think it looks really cool on a white car. That's it. That's it. I'm gonna say that now for legal purposes. Okay, so what I want to know is those 2 little pipes. So these are the 2 little pipes. This sucks. These I'm pretty confident go to the front of the intercooler. I wonder how big these pipes are on the ETS one. You don't want to live in Oregon. I can't wait to move out of this dump, dude. I don't know, man. I kind of really like those northern states. I actually used to live in Washington State. Peta, you want one of these? Maybe I'll add that to my next giveaway. Another thing I have to say, like I know that I said I was going to do a giveaway at like 2,000 subs, but like I can't figure out what to give away. So I was talking to a buddy of mine who is actually a Subaru ambassador, and he has like Sparko backpacks and like all this cool like Subaru shit. And I was thinking if he could like get me some of that stuff, I can give that stuff out. I actually still have the Billet Works shift plate. I never installed it on the car. The Billet Works shift plate and the Billet Works shifter stop I still have. So maybe I can like give the shifter stop out because I think that maybe I'll use this shifter plate. I still don't know because I really like the Perrin shifter stop. But if I install that shifter plate, I can't have the shifter stop. I will have to use the Billet Works one, or I'll have to modify the Perrin one a little bit. And I'm not sure if I am ready to do that or if I can't even do that. So that's something that I have to think about. So here is what's interesting. I only have one of these couplers. Okay. I don't know why I only have one, but I think this piece is actually going to go on this side because this actually makes sense. This is coming to the right side of the intercooler, and this is going to come up, I think, to the pipe that's coming from the turbo inlet. Or this goes. No, actually, that doesn't make sense. This actually is the only way that makes sense. So I have a feeling that's gonna go. Hey, look at that! It already looks like it already looks right. Me too. Yeah, I'm coast. Is it yes, it is actually stenciled. Jeff was asking me what I wanted, if I wanted a silver one or if I wanted it like some specific color, and I was like, black actually would look really cool with the white lettering because once I get all this stuff out of the way, it'll be hard to see the black on there anyway. I didn't want to get a silver one, but I wanted that Perrin logo to show through down here, not just for like marketing purposes. I actually think it just looks really cool. Hell yeah, dude! That is exactly what I said. Zach said black on white with red pipes looks really badass. I'm telling you, the 12-year-old in me, that's exactly what I thought. So I'm glad we're all on the same page. Okay, so this is interesting. This actually doesn't go on at all. Now, they did give me these 2 couplers here, and I don't know which one goes to which. So we're going to try this out. Oh, you know what? This has a clip on it. This probably goes on the turbo side. That actually makes sense because this will have to go because the turbo is right down there. And I wonder, so what's interesting is the way the ETS pipe works is on the left side, the pipe comes up here, goes over next to the intake and comes back down to where the charge pipe is. I think their pipe doesn't do that. I think this pipe is going to go to the turbo and it's going to be like, I think it's going to go from here and then snake back around like a little C
and go directly to the turbo, which I think is what this is. I don't see anything else. This might, no, that's too big. This one is the right size, but I don't understand how it connects to this side unless they use a coupler, which also doesn't make sense. Huh. Unless this doesn't go on this side and one of these fat tubes go on there. That doesn't make sense either. Maybe that one? How the fuck does it connect to the turbo? This is this is the part without instructions that's like really confusing me because I don't understand. Like visually, I can't see it. I don't understand how the hell it's supposed to go in there. And I have a feeling I'm gonna end up taking the bumper off tonight just for the hell of it. Because like that's the pipe right there. That doesn't make sense unless they're doing this. Unless they're doing this. Oh, but it would have to go like, dude, that actually, you know what? I think this might be it. So this might actually go onto the turbo inlet like that. Or not the turbo inlet, but on the top of the turbo. And then this might go like right here. That actually makes, oh yeah, that actually makes sense. I didn't think it was going to be one of these big ones. So this looks right-ish. Okay, this kind of looks right. So next, we got to figure out, so if that goes into the turbo, that's the side where it's going to be really interesting because I think if we put this on, where the hell does this go? That doesn't make sense. Does this go on first? Maybe this goes on? No, because this one is going to the, let me see if I can put this, let me put this up on the throttle body because where's the throttle? So here's the throttle body. What do we got? Sounds peaceful. I mean, PX, wrinkled look. Yeah, this is actually like, it does have like that look to it. Like it's not smooth. I guess this is called wrinkled. I didn't really notice that. I'll take Keith Basha, one of your shirts. Yeah, okay. So, all right. So if you haven't seen the shirt, this is the shirt. It's actually pretty cool. I like it. It's got the heavy metal logo here, and it's got like the logo that you see in the front of the videos in the back. It's actually not a bad shirt, but like the material isn't so great. And I want to try to make. I'm gonna try one more time. I'm gonna do a different material and see if we can make it feel better. Because if you're working on your car, the last thing you want to do is have like, you know, sandpaper on your nipples. So have like something comfortable. White. Is it stenciled? Yes. Did I answer that already? I think I did. Zach, yes, it is stenciled. Blake says best WRX content creator. I don't know about that one, dude. I'm trying really hard to be like more personality than just like, hey guys, I have a WRX. I'm just gonna build whatever. And even though the name is Heavy Metal Rex, the goal is for the channel to continue to grow past just WRXs. Well, maybe not past WRXs, but like I want you guys to come back because you think that I'm interesting, not because like I own a car. So it's going to be a tightrope. We'll see, you know, at the end of this year if the channel is still like continuing to grow. But all the support I've gotten so far has been fantastic. I would love to. I would have to with black because that's the only color that would be good on the, oh yeah, dude. Yeah, if you have a solar orange, you should be going black everything. My original plan was actually to, I was thinking about getting an orange, and I had gold Ankies, gold Anki wheels. I had the TS10s that were on my 2021 WRX, and I was considering putting those gold wheels on the orange. And I was like, man, you know, it's probably not going to look good. Then I saw tons of solar orange WRXs with gold wheels, and they look so badass. Or black, of course. Keep at it and see make general car content. You know, I thought about that, Blake. So I want to talk about this. I actually thought about that to make general car content, and I would love to because I've loved cars my whole life, right? I've loved cars my whole life. I just, for whatever reason, didn't go into that field, never really like messed around with it too much because I was kind of scared of like messing with cars and modding cars because I had no idea how to do it. And I still, to be honest, am very much a novice. And Tuner Talk has been fantastic for me because I've learned so much. And just talking to people in the community, they've taught me so much, and even like other YouTubers. Um, I'd say I have like a great working relationship with Tanner Smith from Media, and like I'm thankful that I can ask him a bunch of questions too. And of course, his videos are just incredibly badass. If you haven't seen him on Tuner Talk, I actually had him on like I think like the third or fourth Tuner Talk, which again I thought was so amazing that he was willing to take the time to come and watch, like do that for me. He actually had mentioned to me that before I emailed him about coming to Tuner Talk, my videos had started popping up in his like recommended list, and he said that he likes to go watch like smaller WRX channels or just like smaller YouTube channels, just because there's always like information that's out there that maybe he doesn't know, and he's like really connected with the community, which I thought was fantastic. So when he came and like when he got on the came on the Tuner Talk, I think we spent like an hour just talking before we even like Tuner Talk started, because like I'm still a fan and I've always been, and I was totally like fangirling when I had him. And I felt like I could have asked better questions, but like I couldn't help just not be amazed by the situation that I was in, you know, like somebody who actually knows shit is coming to talk to me who doesn't know anything. You're the only, unless you're the only 22 channel I'm sub to. Man, okay. I love the music aspect of it. For like years, I actually wrote music, and my wife would tell me, like, oh, you should like share with people and do this. I'm like, no, nobody needs to listen to my music. My music is garbage. And before that, I used to stream on Twitch, and I had all these cameras and everything. And when I started the channel, all of that actually came together at the same time, almost like it was coincidence that I already had the camera set up. I already had all this music, and I started making these videos, and I didn't even think about it because like originally the channel wasn't even Heavy Metal Rex. It was DTV. It was going to be like a play on like Drive TV or something like that. But of course, Drive TV was taken, and it was going to be general car content. But the only car I had was a WRX. And I was like, well, I love WRXs so much, and I love Subaru so much. If I make the channel about the thing that I love the most, you know, it should resonate with other people because they also love their WRXs, instead of just being like general right now. Just do what I love. And that's exactly why I ended up selling the 21 for the 22. And I even do all this stuff because like it's fun to make the videos, but in between all that stuff, I'm still a fan of everything that I'm doing as well, right? I'm not just a content creator for the sake of making content or like becoming famous or becoming big. I love this car, and I love cars, and I love Subarus, and I love WRXs, and I've always wanted to do stuff like this. And I figured that if I can show people that somebody like me who has never done it ever in his life, if I can do it, then like you guys can do it, right? Which is it's a good feeling when I can do something on this car. Like the other day, I was telling you guys, some of the other people that came earlier, when I installed all the rest of the Perrin parts that they sent me, the turbo inlet, the diverter valve, and the intake, and the EGR part, it legit took me not like, I'd say like a total of 7 hours to do it, which like, if you think about it, that is a crazy amount of time to be in your garage installing parts, right? From like 3 p.m. to like almost midnight, I was working on the car trying to install these parts. I have never taken a throttle body off. I have never taken an intercooler off. I've never taken a turbo inlet off. I've never even seen the other side of a bypass valve. So like it's daunting. And I know that like YouTube is available to like watch all these things, but like sometimes if you just don't give it a shot, like you'll never be able to learn it. And I know it's super scary because my biggest fear was last year, I tried to take the J pipe off my 21 WRX, and 2 of the bolts seized, and I was stuck. And I was like, shit, if I go any further, I can't drive the car now. So like I was legitimately scared that I like messed up my car. But like some of those moments, sometimes they just have to happen, you know, and it's scary, but what are you going to do? Ulysses Roja, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you guys. Actually, everybody that's here right now on a Friday night and not out like partying, thank you for joining me, because like I was really tired this morning because my daughter had international day. So my wife and I actually spent most of my day at her school today. And then we spent the rest of the day outside, like in the heat, and it's like 80 some degrees outside. And originally I had a plan to do another video. I was actually going to make a video But I came home, I was really tired. There was like dishes in the sink. I was like, man, I don't have the emotional capacity right now to get in front of camera and do something. And then I was like washing dishes, and I was talking to my wife. I was like, maybe I just do like a live stream and just like hang out with people. Maybe we just like hang out, just no pressure, no expectation, just like whoever's out there, we just shoot some shit. And she was like, you know what, that's a really idea. You should totally do it. And originally, I was actually going to unbox this in the atrium in the house for like 15 minutes, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go outside and do it. Whatever. If people show up, that's cool. If not, I still need to figure this out. So thank you again for all of you guys that are here. You know, it's a lot of fun to just kind of like hang out and talk. In line, you talked about the music. Oh, just scopes. I just saw that you're from St. Peter's, dude. That's awesome, man. I'm actually loving the fact that I'm finding more people that have VBs or WRXs in my area from YouTube than I ever have from like anywhere. And I'm in like a Facebook group for Subarus, and I can't even find Subarus in that Facebook group. So that's really cool. I want to say inline ice. You said to me that you would like me to play drums or review. That's right. I forgot that it was you. Yes, I actually right now program the drums and software, and I'm not very good at it. So you know, having like an actual drummer with a drummer mind would help me a lot, like way more. But actually, if you guys seen some of my most recent videos, I'm using my friend's band, Stormraiser. He's actually a local thrash metal band, and you know they've been trying to make it big and just like get more support. And I was like, you know what? If I asked him, I said, hey, if you share some of your songs with me and some of your music with me, I'd be more than happy to throw it on the channel. And also that saves me time when I'm doing my workflow, writing these videos. Now I don't have to stop and write music to put in the videos. And plus, like the music, I'll be honest, it's way better than what I can write. So, you know, I'm very happy. I'm thankful. So I've got like 4 songs, and one of my favorite songs from them is called Hate Machine, which is perfect for this car because you know as well as I do, people do not like this car. And I'm trying to turn their song Hate Machine into like the official anthem for this car. So if you ever hear Hate Machine by Stormraiser playing anywhere else but my channel, we made it, boys. We made it. Oh man, I'm missing a lot of chat. You listened to this guy's my inspiration, man. Thanks so much, Jason. Thanks so much. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you just have to do it, right? I'm in IT, and I built so many computers. My first computer that I built, I was so scared that it's like, you know, like $800-900. I was gonna mess it up, but somehow I didn't. Let's see. Whoops. Go. My first cat back install took like 4 or 5 hours on my Legacy's B spec. That guy said that. That's actually 100% true, dude. That's how it works. I'm still at work here in Hawaii. It's 4 p.m. Dude, that's awesome. Hey, you know what? It's Friday. It's 4 p.m. You know you're not gonna do any work. You ain't got shit to do. You might as well come hang out. Did the all work on my SRT4? Yeah, man. We actually have somebody here in the community with an SRT4 Neon that's like pushing some massive horsepower with like a big turbo. Just go spend 3 weeks chasing down leaks on my intake system and chasing misfires, but it went from put off because it's just hard to take each step. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. It's like taking time, like especially when you're troubleshooting stuff. I actually still need to get down underneath my car and do some troubleshooting because my evap hose on the turbo inlet is kind of bent, and I know I need to get down there, but like I just don't want to do it, you know, because for me it's like I got to take pills, I got to take Dramamine before I do it, so I need to like plan out a few hours to do it, but I still need to get down there and do it. Vincent says, bro, I'm 40 and have 3 kids, and I'm still don't have time to go out on a Friday. Dude, I know my kid. Oh, thankfully, like my kid, she's 5, and so she goes to bed pretty early. But she has to wake up for school really, really early. And we found that like she can't do naps or else she's fucking crazy. And so we don't do naps, and we actually just put her to sleep. And it's been, once she goes to bed, I got all this time, as long as like my wife doesn't want to hang out, because I play video games for her. She likes falling asleep to me playing video games. As long as I don't have to do that, I have time to myself to kind of do whatever I want. Okay, I've seen you on it. Ecotech. Oh, dude, Ecotech brings us together, man. Ecotech, like Misha and Ecotech have been such huge support of the channel. I got a chance to talk to him because I knew him before when I had my 21, and we only talked like a little bit at a barbecue that we did. And when I brought the 22, he was really excited because he says that he's seen a lot of people in St. Louis start to do YouTube videos and YouTube channels for their cars and kind of like peter out. And he's really been wanting to do some videos for the channel itself. Not that they need like any help marketing. They get tons of work. They're always backed up. As I told you, some of those guys, they build the rally cars for Subaru, 400 Acre Woods and a couple other rallies. So like the work they do is fucking amazing, right? So to be associated with like incredibly knowledgeable people like that is fantastic. And all of the support, like they don't charge me for dyno time. They don't charge me for like some of the work they do, which is just like mind blowing. Obviously like they get some recognition from it, but like still, even if they didn't, like the video, nothing happened with the videos. That's still crazy that that Misha is like really, he's a big friend of the channel and I will always love him. Side note, he did procure me a 2008 STI transmission, which he has sitting around waiting for me. Full driveline, I believe. Also used Brembos, which he's got a bunch of them sitting around. So Ecotech and I are not done. We have so much cool shit to do and I cannot wait. He also ordered an FA24 block. And I know some of you guys have seen that online, but like it's still it hasn't shipped yet. It's going to be here sometime soon. And what we're supposed to be doing is we're going to put a FA24 block side by side with an FA20 and an EJ. And I'm going to let him just geek out on it and like make a video about it and like tell us everything that's like different and better, because I think not only would it be good for the community to know, but also being able to see Misha, the master on camera is going to be a real treat for all of us. I promise you. My wife doesn't want me. Luminosity says, my wife doesn't want me to do anything to my 22 because of avoiding the warranty. Can you talk about the warranty issues a little bit? Okay. So this is not like intrinsic to WRXs. Obviously, this is for all cars. Realistically, there's a couple of things that avoid warranty. And you can't say they'll avoid warranty. Really what ends up happening is you'll take it to a dealer and they'll be like, hey, this is because of this. We can't, you'll have to pay for it and they're probably not going to do any testing on it. Now, this is what Graham told me, and this is a really good piece of advice that I'm going to give you as well. He said, when you were worried about doing warranty work on a modded car, his suggestion is to take it to dealerships that sell a lot of BRZs and WRXs. The reason for that is because that community will be known for modded WRXs. Now, if you take it to it, and they might be more or less hesitant to not work with you. Now, if you go to a dealership that sells like nothing but Crosstreks and Outbacks, or like a Sets and Outbacks, and they sell like 2 WRXs every 3 months, that dealership may not be as understanding. So that's one way to deal with the warranty issue. I know that a lot of wives, especially if you have kids, and this is like your daily, which it probably is, because for most people this is the worry is like if something happens, if you have a kid in the car, that's an issue. Just like me, I had the EGR code that actually shut down the car, and I had to turn the car off, clear the code, and turn it back on, and then everything was fine. That actually happened to me twice on my way to pick up my daughter from school. When I told my wife, of course she's going to freak out, which like any wife would freak out. So that's like something to think about, that if you have a car and you're modding it, do little mods that won't mess with the throttle body, and I think you'll be okay. Because like you can get an axle back or a cat back and it'd be completely fine. And even in intake and a Pro Tune, the car's going to run better, to be honest. It 100% will run better. So I think the warranty issue is something that you should worry about, but at the same time, just know that this engine especially is built better than EJs and built better than FA20s. So if you are getting some sort of Pro Tune, you keep it conservative. I really don't think, I'd say like 99.999% chance that you'll be okay. Like really, the ones that I've seen that have had issues so far have had like really weird issues that like that have to be like anomalies. So I really don't think that your wife should worry, unless of course you're going to pull the throttle body off and like make all kinds of changes and cut hoses. Maybe then she'll worry a little bit. But if you're just doing like basic bolt-ons, I really don't think she should worry. Maybe your wife could talk to my wife. So my wife is like, all right, just please bring my kid home in one piece. I hope that answers your question. Tier 728, man, what's going on, bud? We have talked so much. Thank you for joining to the live stream, and thank you for the super chat, bro. I think that's like literally my first one ever in my life. Tier 7 says FA24 teardown comparison would be amazing, dude. Any rumors on when IEG or other manufacturers will release a built FA24? Okay, so I can't answer that yet, but Graham, if you follow him on any social media from Boosted Performance Tuning, he actually goes and does like a live stream with the guy that runs IAG. So IAG on Facebook, I think Facebook and YouTube have a live stream. I want to say every Thursday or every other Thursday. I think it's called like Inside IAG or something like that. And they talk about all new parts and all. And I sit there and I watch it and waiting for the exact news that you guys are waiting for, which is like maybe like a closed deck FA24. Which, oh my goodness, can you even imagine a close, like already FA24s are hitting like 500 horsepower. Imagine a closed deck FA24 easily is going to rival an EJ. I just know that it will, with like a big old turbo and like full ethanol. Oh my goodness, that is going to be amazing. But as of right now, there is no news on that. As for the teardown, I actually asked Misha, I think last week, where the FA24 block is, and unfortunately, he ordered it from Japan. It is still sitting on a pallet in Japan somewhere. I don't know why the hell it's taking so long, but as soon as that gets here, for sure, I'm really excited for that video because I want to see for myself. Reese B asked, what kind of work do you do in IT? I'm also in IT for network security management. Okay, so I do very specific work. I've been in IT for over 25 years, and I've never actually I don't have like one individual career path that I follow because I get bored. And so I've done a little bit of everything. I've done exchange work, I've done networking work, I've done hardware work, I've done project management work. And right now, I actually work on the FTP team, which I work for a financial firm, and we send a lot of files for file transfer. And I'm basically kind of like their project manager in a way, and like pseudo team lead. So I do like a lot of working between the business and the developers to try to figure out what it is we're trying to accomplish, and then bring it back to my team and either have them build it or build it myself or help them build it. So project management in a nutshell. And hopefully, I actually just applied for a Scrum Master position in Agile because my company is Agile, and I'm hoping I get that because it'll be a good bump in pay and needs more car parts. Jose BS, what did your wife think about your vehicle acceleration testings? Oh my goodness, dude, my vehicle acceleration testing videos. Every time I'm leaving, she just tells me, please be safe, please be safe. And originally, I didn't want to tell her. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys. All right. Nobody really knows this. The last one I did with the purple blue STI was on the runway of that airport that we did the other STI a couple of weeks ago when we raced the OTS versus OTS video that I did. And I wanted to go back and do it again just for fun and just like one run. And we're like, oh, we'll see how it is or whatever. And we'll leave after that run. We actually ended up not leaving. And if you watch that video all the way through, we stayed there the whole time. Big mistake. Because now I think I can talk about this now. We started, so like we were done. We were about to leave, and all of a sudden this like used CRV flies towards us with like his blinkers on, and I thought that like maybe this person was lost or whatever, and they just like drove around real fast, but they kept going from like, because there was planes parked there. Last time we went, there was no planes, there was no helicopters, nothing, because it was like winter. And so they went from like plane to plane to plane, checking everything. And I was like, what is going on? And all of a sudden, from a distance, I'm talking like it's an airport runway. So we're on the complete opposite side of one runway. And the sound that was coming was from like the complete other opposite side. And it sounded like gunshots. And I was like, is it gunshots? Or is it like one of my buddies with his WRX because it was loud? And I was like, that can't be gunshots. So I was like, all right, let's pack up, let's get out of here. And there was only one exit to get out because the gate was open. And so we started driving. And as we're driving towards the other side of the runway, the sound of those shots, whatever those were, got louder and louder until we got to the exit of the airport. And there was a house right next to it. And there was a guy walking out with a shotgun, just like firing shots off in the air. And I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, are you crazy? And one of my buddies actually caught it on his dash cam. And so I was like, dude, we get out, because I was on the phone with my friend. We got out of there like ASAP. So we actually took the long way around. And when we got back to the main road, there was a trooper and an SUV, and I was like, oh damn, dude. So we drove slow, speed limits. We made a right, and it was three of us. So he followed us because, I mean, come on, it's like midnight. It's three modified Subarus driving down the street. You're gonna question it, right? So he follows us up until like another section, and then as I'm coming up to like where the highway is, I see another trooper, and I was like, dude, I think we're gonna get stopped. So he made a left and then made a U-turn and came around, and like it was a like a one-way road, and so he came on the other side and flashed his lights, and I was like, okay. So I was on the phone with my buddy. I said, look, let's just stop. We'll talk to him. Just be honest. There's nothing. They didn't catch us doing anything. If they ask us, we'll just be honest. Like what else can we do? I don't want to lie to them. And so they stop us. They come ask me. They said, hey, we got reports of street racing at the airport runway. Was it you guys? And I was like, yes, it was. It was us. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you. We were. But I told him, I said, if you let me explain, we didn't want to do it on the road. We didn't want to do it on the highway. We didn't want to endanger anybody. I showed him that we brought lights. We brought traffic cones. We brought everything, like high visibility stuff. And he was like, yeah, well, what if like a plane was doing an emergency landing? And I was like, okay, fine. You're right. I'm not going to deny you that. But there's two runways. One runway was lit, and the runway we were on was not lit. So if a plane was doing an emergency landing, he wouldn't have landed on the unlit runway, right? He would have landed on the lit runway. And he was like, okay, you're right. That is true. That's probably what would have happened. But he was like, look, the guy called and they're like really pissed. We're not gonna do anything because I think it's like a felony. It's gonna be a lot of work, and I don't want to do that to you guys because none of us had records. And and they didn't catch us doing anything. We just be honest. And he was like, look, just don't go back there. Just let's just forget this night happened. You guys go on your way. Just don't go back. And I was like, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. We won't go back. So that picture that you saw on the community post of us, three of us standing on the gas station, that was right after the cops let us go. So I called my buddy. I was like, hey, let's stop. Let's talk about this. You guys are probably very emotional right now. Let's just have a conversation about it. So nobody got hurt. Nobody got any tickets. That's what happened. So now you know. At least some of you know. Let me see what I missed so far. Do you think that you will be ever in a position to show us, tell us what happened? Oh, yes, Juan, there you go. I hope that you heard that whole story. I really hope that you heard that whole story. Also in tech as a software engineer. Oh, man, software engineer. That's rough. Sorry. Unless you like it. I actually cannot do it at all. My brain doesn't have the capacity to be a software engineer. Tier says being honest is usually the best approach with cops. Yeah, to be honest, yes, it really is. And you know what? I didn't tell my wife about the gun shooting, and she asked me later on because like she was like, oh, you sounded really somber. And just, as the older I get, like honesty really is just the best policy. And you should just always be honest about everything. I've been in trouble a few times for not being honest. And it literally for like the stupidest reasons. And it's just like afterwards you're like, dude, it was not even worth it to lie for like any of this dumb shit that I lie about. That's lucky you got a reasonable response to the why and how. Yeah, you know what? And I was like, the cops are young. The two cops that stopped us looked like they were young dudes. I was like, okay, if we're just like reasonable, and we give them like reasonable reasons, maybe we won't get dinged. And that's exactly what happened. I think being honest and just being like, look, there's like reasons why we didn't do it. I think is why we got out. I think that's why. My wife and I were wondering what happened. Glad to know. Yeah, dude, everybody's okay. Tyler was the guy that had the purple WRX or the STI. He had a blast. He's done a couple of autocross days, which he's actually going to be coming with me to autocross on the 29th. If you're in the area, I'm actually going to St. Charles Family Arena is where they're having Misfits autocross. And he was like, cop situation aside, he said that was like the most fun he's ever had with his car because he actually has never driven it that fast in a straight line. And he was always curious what it could do. And after seeing like what my car could do, he was like, damn, I got to get more parts or whatever. His is like, it's like a really nice built STI, but I think he's ready for like a big turbo is I think where he needs to go. But anyway, let's go back to this damn intercooler that's been sitting behind me for like the past 45 minutes. I'll be honest. I am loving the conversation. I have no problem. But this is actually one of my favorite things about. This was one of my favorite things about streaming, and I knew that this was going to be a lot of fun if I started doing YouTube because I like talking to people a lot. That's actually like my #1 skill in life is just being a hella talkative, which I'm sure you guys have noticed quite a bit. Okay, so what I wanted to do, this is where I left off, was the throttle body. So I've got this big old fat one here. I know where the throttle body thing goes. I'm gonna stick this on it. Was this the same one I was missing? There's another one. Oh no, that one was over there. I think this is what's gonna go on here. Okay, so this is the throttle body side. This is what, so basically, if you don't know what I was doing, I was trying to like mock this up to figure out where it actually fits. So let me move this up a little bit because I think we got that part figured out. And I think this part is the throttle body coupler, and this is the only one, the elbow that fits on here. So obviously that's gonna go like that, but that doesn't make any sense at all. Like this is sticking out here. How the hell is this gonna work? This can't go on here because that's too small. Am I missing a part? Could that be why? Do you only get like, maybe I'm supposed to have 5 pipes. This is why having instructions is like so important, because this is the only other pipe that I have. And I feel like, okay, yeah. Okay, maybe this does make sense. So there's 4 pipes, a couple of elbows. I don't know how deep this needs to go, but here we go. So I got this, the throttle body, the coupler, this guy. I think this actually makes sense. So if this is going to sit on the throttle body, oh no, actually it doesn't. How the hell? Because that's going to go like this. That actually does not make any sense. That makes sense. This is really confusing when you don't have instructions. I love the channel, dude. Been watching you and learning this chassis along with you. Wolf S14, thanks so much, man. I appreciate the support. I'm glad that people are learning stuff from this channel because to me, that's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm learning with everybody else, right? Dude, this doesn't make sense. Or maybe. So what we're doing is if you are coming in new here and you're coming in hot, what we're doing is I actually have got this intercooler, I've got the front mount, and I don't have any instructions yet. And I am waiting for instructions, and I will have them soon, but I wanted to just kind of mess around and see if I can kind of mock this stuff up. And so I can see this goes here, but this doesn't make any sense. Because if this is going here, oh yeah, maybe if I keep turning it. So if this is going down here, dude, no, that still doesn't make sense because that pipe comes out here. Let me keep turning it. No, there's no way because that ends up going up in the air. No, that doesn't make any sense. So let me undo that. This, I think this part I've got figured out. I think this is exactly how these pipes go. This is going to have to go into this part somehow. I don't know how the hell this is going to go. This actually doesn't make any damn sense at all. Maybe like that. And I have a coupler for I think it's like 3 inches or 3.5 inches. Dude, what is this going to go to? I think that this is going to be the turbo, because it's got like these little clips on there, kind of like how the charge pipe does. But this is more confusing than I thought that it was going to be. This is actually very confusing. Unless I don't have all the pipes, because this doesn't make sense. This is the only pipe. This is the only pipe that can go on here, unless it goes like this. I mean, it's the same damn thing. Oh boy, what we got? Thanks for the explanation. Yeah, he's got the ETS. It is so tier. The ETS design is a little different. I actually went and watched his video before I started messing with this, just to kind of get an idea. Some of the parts are the same. What they have is they've got the coupler going here, and you can see. Actually, let me see. So here's what the ETS one is. They've got the coupler, they've got that elbow, and they've got it turned here, and they have another plastic elbow that goes down like this and points directly down. We don't have that. We've got this pipe right here, which the assumption is that this pipe should go like this. This makes sense, right? This will go down here. That makes sense. So, oh, you know what? This doesn't go on the coupler then. because the one I have on the pipe down here is also an elbow. This coupler down here is like this, 90 degrees, versus this one, maybe like 45. Boom, this is probably it. So if this goes, there it is. Yeah, actually that makes sense. What do I do with the coupler? It was like in my hand. Where are you, coupler? Where did I put it? So usually this is the stuff I'll edit out. I can't find. Where the hell did I put the coupler? It was literally in my hand. Not the coupler, the throttle body adapter. Whoa, where is it? It's not here. Oh my goodness, it's right here. So this actually makes a lot more sense. So pop this guy on. That actually, yes, there it is. Boom, yes, perfect. So that's what's gonna happen here. And this actually makes sense because this pipe is touching the, I don't know how much we're gonna have to chop off that. So what he had originally told me was that we might have to cut a little bit of the windshield wiper fluid too, because this tube is gonna hit. And I see that it does. Now, you gotta figure out from there, that's not gonna go into that. So if we look at it right now, this is how it's coming. This is not going to fit here. So now I need to figure out, redo that. Although that does make a lot of sense where I actually have it. This setup right here, this setup makes sense, and this setup makes sense. But now that I've got to use this coupler, it no longer makes sense unless this goes on the other side and that goes over here, which that very much be the thing, because what I was thinking was this pipe makes a lot of sense if it was coming out from, where did it? Good, now I'm confused again. I thought I figured, shit, I thought I figured it out. Or was it this one? Oh, was it this one? Dude, this is like, without instructions, this is like really confusing. I don't know if you guys are as confused as I am. Meets, you put it by us. Yeah, you're right. I did. You know what? If I only read that, I would have noticed that it was in this box right next to the camera. And you know what's funny? It's a black piece in a white box, and I still didn't see it. Goodness. After the ETS, after the ETS top motor cooler, running it for about 8 months, you want to drop the bumper. Yeah. So the bumper is actually really easy to do. It's like 5 clips on the bottom and like these little bolts on top and rip it. I mean, I can take the bumper off in like 6 minutes. Thankfully that's easy. So no charge pipe on the front mount, right? One of these pipes, which I really think it's this one, is actually going to go from the left side of the turbo, or the left side of the intercooler, into the turbo, because that's where it's coming from. So no charge pipe needed for the front mount, and that's what I'm out here trying to figure out. So all right, we actually figured this out. So this actually makes sense. So this is coming off here. So I'm going to put this right here. Please don't fall. And now we need to figure out what pipe is coming off of here into that. So I do have a couple of couplers. I've got this coupler, but I think this needs to stay on here. Let me see. So this could potentially go like this. Well, actually, no, because it's upside down. So that probably isn't right. And I do have this one. This is charge pipe. It's not even hard to pick off. Yeah, the bumper's really not that hard. The only part about the bumper that's scary is when you have to pull on it from the fender. That's a little scary because you got to give it some beans. So all right, I got this thing. I don't know what the hell this is. So this is what this looks like, and I'm not really sure what that is. Obviously, it looks like it's a coupler again, another coupler, and it's got the Perrin looking this way. So, my assumption is all of the Perrin logos need to line up, because when I installed the diverter valve, this is really smart. They did this on purpose. They actually, on the diverter valve, I'll give you an example. So let's say this is the diverter valve, okay? And it doesn't fit exactly
if you put it on, let's say it's got like these 3 holes. If you put it on this way, it may not fit. So what they did was they printed the Perrin logo so that you align it with the Perrin logo being exactly flat with the floor, and that's how you install it. I didn't know that. I was just trying to shove it on and it didn't work. So I ended up having to call Jeff and find out what the hell I did wrong. All right, let's try this pipe. Maybe this, like this. No, that doesn't work. That definitely doesn't work. And I don't have any more of these pipes that. No, that doesn't work either. Damn. Maybe this coupler? Maybe this coupler goes like this somehow. And this fat one goes here somehow. Maybe? Nope, that doesn't make sense either. We might have to wait for these instructions to come in because I have no clue. Because this could potentially work here. So this is a reducer. It's going from the thicker side to the thinner side. So it's going on one of these sides because this is the thicker 3-inch pipe that needs to go into this 2-inch pipe. But what's interesting is on both sides of this is 3 inches. So one side has to take the coupler. It's either going to be this side or the turbo side. And I'm thinking, dude, no, that doesn't make sense either because this is 3 inches. So how is it going down? Unless I've got another 3-inch coupler here, but I only have the one. So does that go here? And then this goes here. Maybe? No, that's off. Even if I twisted this, it wouldn't work because this is angled a little bit this way. If this was like more flat from here, this could have worked. No, because it's angled. So that's not going to work. Damn, dude. I'm going to feel so stupid when those instructions finally come in. I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, that actually makes sense. I'll have to check in with him to see if I missed something. Again, this I know. I get that this is, so this has to go into the turbo. All right, so if this goes in the turbo, one of these 2 small pieces have to be on that side for sure. That's non-negotiable. So if this is coming off the turbo, which is this turbo inlet, which is sitting at an angle like this, which side is connected? Because I see the clip down there. And it does have the place to bolt the charge pipe. That's what I'm trying to figure out. How does the charge pipe come into play? Unless I'm thinking about this all wrong. No, I'm not. I was thinking that maybe this goes on this side, but actually that doesn't make any sense because of the way that pipe is. I think that pipe is right. I think this is exactly how that's supposed to be. It only took like an hour and a half, but that I think that's right. Let's see, what am I missing? Watching my dish says like watching myself work. Yeah, it really is. That guy have anyone who is going to try Grimspeed saw mount? Dude, okay. I actually messaged Grimspeed like 2 months ago, and I was like, look, I'm starting a YouTube channel. I'll buy whatever stuff you have if you like. Give me like just like a little discount. But like, if you guys come up with some new shit, I want to be on it. And they never responded back to me. And then they sent me an email saying, thank you for your response. We closed your ticket. How did we do? So I emailed back. I said, bro, you never even responded to me. Like, why are you closing my ticket? Do you think the BRZ need a turbo from factory? Ooh, that's a tough one because like I haven't driven the manual BRZ. Actually, I have a buddy whose girlfriend has one. And we're actually supposed to be doing a video of stock BRZ versus stock WRX because now I have a stock WRX in hand. And that's actually something that's going to be coming soon-ish. We're going to be racing. We're going to be doing some vehicle acceleration testing to see how much difference there is between the NA FA24 and the DIT turbocharged 24. And so that should be really cool. But should it come from a factory with a turbo? I don't know, man. Maybe. I don't know why they didn't put the FA24 DIT in there.
my assumption is cost, to try to keep the cost down, because the car mechanically, like when it comes to like suspension setup, like the car is a lot better than the WRX. It is, and it is a beautiful car to boot. The clip goes onto the turbo inlet side. You have a couple or coming off of that. Yes. So this has to be on the turbo or on the because like it's got those clips. So I think you have to take the clips off of that, off of the charge pipe to put on here. But I don't understand. I think like this could go on here. Like we could do something like this. Yeah, because I'm starting to think maybe I work backwards from the turbo. And we probably won't even accomplish this tonight. It's okay if I don't. I just wanted to come out here for fun. Oh, let's see. Oh, boy. Oh, that's tough fit. Let me see. Is the other one a better fit? They're both exactly the same. All right, let me try to get this coupler on here, and then I'll see if I can work backwards. Whoa, dude, that is... All right. Oh, man, that is... Okie dokie. Does that even go in here? Probably does. Oh my God. Get in there. Oh, damn. There we go. We got it. We don't need to push it that way. Okay, cool. So this is the coupler where I think that it's going to go, because it's got those three clips, just like the charge pipe does. WD-40, yeah, a little bit of oil. I installed a pair and charge pipe, and it had a similar with a clip and coupler. Okay, cool. So we're on the right track. So on the turbo, I noticed that it's not directly up. It's kind of like this. So whatever we're looking for is going to come at an angle. So I'm wondering if it's this. I'm wondering if this is what we're looking at. So if this comes out, this actually does kind of make sense because of the angle that this pipe is coming from. So let's say this is the case. Let's say that's the case. Can this be put on like this somehow? No. Again, that doesn't make sense. We still do have this coupler. I wonder if this goes like this somehow. No, that still doesn't work. Maybe this side. No, because we have we've got two fat couplers and one thin coupler. So I think the fat tubes go on this side. I really think the fat tubes go on this side. Like I really do believe that that's the case. Because this is like really close. Like I think this is how it is. Like this. Oh, dude, you know what? I think this is it. I think this makes sense. You know, let me do this. Let me move this up a little bit. And I'm going to bring this up a little bit. Is there another? There isn't another. I don't see. The only other I see is this, but then I also have this. I don't know what the hell this is. And the logo is like this. So it's got to sit like this somehow. But I don't understand. Let's put this back here. And I still have these guys. Oh, let's go here. Nope, that doesn't go there. I still got this one. So this probably connects between these two pipes on this side somehow. I think if this angles down like this, maybe. No, that's still not right. So this is still. This part is still. That I think I actually figured out. I think this fits. But maybe it might actually be like that. No. Yeah. Oh, dude. I think this might be it. This might be it. Yeah, dude. I think we got it. I think we figured it out.
I think we figured it out. All right. This would be like that. Let me move this up a little bit more. We can rest it. Back this up a little bit so it can sit right here. I think this is it because this will go into the turbo inlet, which is right there. That's actually like perfect. Let me move the camera so you guys can see what I figured out. So this is coming from the turbo. This is coming from the right here. The what is it? Damn, dude, throttle body. So it's coming out of the throttle body. We got this coming down right here. This actually makes total sense now. Now we got these three things. We've got this guy from 3.5 to the 2-inch. We've got this pipe. This pipe makes sense. That's sitting here. This is going to come out of the turbo like this, I think. Now I just need to figure out how the hell, like, what the hell are these two things? Ah, man. Okay, so this coupler has to go on this side. So this is the 3 to 2-inch coupler that has to go there now. And this has to go in between those two pipes. For sure. That's not a choice. Hell no. So this has to go. Okay. Right here. This has to go here. Oh, dude, I think we got it. I think we got it. This is it. Oh, that's close. Bring this back a little bit. You can sit right there. Dude, I think we got it. I think this is it. I think this is it because that's the turbo right here. This is the turbo coming out. It's going to be like, go through that pipe, boom, right into the throttle body. I did it. This is it. Now, of course, everything is like falling apart because it's not like, oh, come on. Let me see. What can I do? Just hold it. Let me just push it a little bit this way so it doesn't fall off. There we go. I'll just put this right here. Now, still got a question. Where the hell does this go? Does this go into the coupler here? Maybe. No. Dude, I don't know. I don't know where this goes. That's the only part I don't understand. Because that coupler's got the clips on front of it that's going to come off the charge pipe. I don't know where the hell this goes. All right, let me check in with chat. What's going on, guys? Hello, everyone. Hey, Aaron VB, Aaron VB WRX. I know that guy. You have the driver's side, right? Yep. Red piping looks good. Yes, it does. Best live stream Rubik's Cube content. Yeah, the lip, dude, that lip is taking such a beating since its inception. It like I had it one day and I broke it already. So like poor lip, 100%. Great entertainment, top tier content. But you know what? We got it. This is it. This is it. And 2 hours later, we figured out as a team, we did it. Team Honeycomb, we did it. But again, I've got one piece. I don't know where this goes. I have no idea. It's got the Perrin logo this way, so it's got to go somewhere. It doesn't connect to any. It doesn't connect to the turbo side. It doesn't fit any of the rubber couplings. So where does it go? Unless it goes on the turbo side, it's weird because so it's like it's open up top, obviously, and it kind of like bevels inwards, and then on the bottom, it's got like a barb type thing. So like it needs to fit into a pipe somewhere. But what pipe does it fit into? Is there anything that's going to be left over? Oh, dude, I got it. Is this it? Oh, yes, this is it. Oh, we figured it out. Look at this. Oh my God, this is so awesome. I love when this shit comes together. Look, this is so when you cut this tube, this is what goes inside of it because the cap clips on perfectly. And that's, oh my God. There it is. That's so awesome. We're done. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to verify all this before I took it to Ecotech because that's when we're actually going to put it on. I just wanted to mock it up to see like if I can even figure it out. so I can save time when I'm being protected. I'm 100% taking a picture of this. So this is something we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to cut this because there's not gonna be enough space. If you didn't hear this earlier, the windshield wiper fluid tube is gonna have to be cut, and this makes perfect sense. They gave us this to stick into that pipe, and the yellow cap clips right on top of this. God damn it! This is it. VB King, if anything. Racer 096, hello man. Thank you so much for stopping by in the stream. Rocket97 says it's okay to use Cobb OTS tune for good bit until I get it. Oh, dude, 100%. The stock tune is actually quite good. And if you don't believe me, both Anthony from D-Man Tuning and Graham have said exactly the same thing. It's actually a very good stock tune. So you are completely good to do it. Nick asked, when you go big breaks, can you paint them pink? Okay. Originally, my plan was to actually paint them cherry blossom pink because I was going to do like a JDM5. But I was talking to my wife and I was like, hold up. My name's not JDM Rex. It's Heavy Metal Rex. So if I paint something, it should be Heavy Metal Rex themed. So we're not going to be doing pink on the calipers anymore. Yes, Trooper, thank you so much. Just Go, thanks so much. Jerry, appreciate it. Aaron BB, yes. So what they told me was, with the way that they have the pipe designed, and the reason why it is, if you look at the pipe that ETS made, you actually see that the coupler comes up from here, and you have to push down this part. I actually don't know if we have to do that in this version. But you will have to cut this because this part of the pipe will hit this. So I think we're going to have to remove the little clip that's against the bumper, cut a bit of it, and this is the little coupling that they gave to fix that. So that's actually, speaking of, I actually need more windshield wiper fluid. And what's cool is they actually made their own little top. I'm actually going to have to get them to send me Perrin caps for that to go with this cap to get rid of this yellow stuff. But yes, you do have to cut that to fit that thick pipe. Now, with the way ETS has done it, they've got like the coupler going up and then coming back down. I wonder if it's because of this and to go around it. I think maybe that's why. Now that I'm thinking about it, I actually don't know how I'm going to cut this exactly because I know I have a Dremel, which might do the trick. But of course, I'm not cutting it today because I'm not putting it in today. This was just to mock it up. Can you believe just 4 pieces of pipe and coupling gave me that much trouble? Can we just appreciate for the second how bad I am at Tetris? But this is going to save me a lot of time when I'm at Ecotech because we're going to be putting this on while the car is on the dyno. So everything is going to come off on the dyno. That's the plan. Just like we did with the Burger Motorsport intake, we actually put it on while we were on the dyno because the purpose is the intake, the turbo inlet, and the bypass valve. Graham actually wants to get a baseline on the dyno before he puts the intake on, and then we're going to see how the intake before he puts the intercooler on. Then we have a baseline, and then we'll know how much it's doing, how much work it's doing afterwards. So, man, damn, that was good stuff. It was really good stuff. Now there are a couple of things that we will have to do that I didn't do today, which I might do another video. Or I don't know if I do another video or if I'll just do it myself at home. And that's taking off all the brackets. I probably won't do that because I don't want to take them off and put them all back on. Originally, the plan I had was I was actually going to take everything off the car and put the intake on or the intercooler on. That may still happen next week. I may still do it just for fun. Let me catch up. You have to cut the tube. Yes, Ecotech baby. Hell yeah. Alex Blood, you asked, are you getting any exterior mods? Yes, I am. I actually... most of the stuff that I do, I try to decide what I have money for. Do I have money for performance mods or do I have money for cosmetic? And generally what I do is if I'm spending the money, I actually end up spending the money on the performance parts first. I do want to do not a wrap, but I have an idea for vinyl graphics, something really cool, Heavy Metal Rex related or heavy metal related. And I do have the spoiler coming soon-ish. Aeroflow Dynamics is supposed to send that to me. They don't have it yet. They're actually out of stock. So that's going to be going on there. Of course, you saw the wheels. The wheels are white. And I am going to paint the calipers probably black. I think that's where I'm going.
probably gonna be black calipers. And these are like the STI calipers, whatever calipers unless they're like a really cool color, like a recognizable color, like the gold or like the bronze or something like that, I'll probably keep it. As for the rest of the bodywork, I do want to change this lip to the STI OEM style lip because we found out it's single, and I am gonna color it maybe, or I might leave it red. I actually haven't decided what I want to do with that. Besides that, I don't really have a whole lot of other customization on the outside that I want to do. I do eventually want to start posting some of the stickers for the sponsor I have, obviously like Ecotech, Booster Performance, now Perrin. Diode Dynamics as a sponsor of the channel. They're fantastic people. So it's all a work in progress, everything. So as time goes on, I'll figure out like what I'm doing. Nick says I still want to ride in your car. Yeah, dude, you do. Especially right now, like I'm not even pushing that much power because like we're redoing the tune and it's like still really low. Right now I'm only pushing about 310 horsepower and 350 or 360 torque. I want the cop tuner. Just sucks. I only have 92 years. I mean, just not too bad. I mean, you can still make it work. Pulse Chain Poppy says my dealer is cool with pro tuning stage 1 as long as I don't go stage 2. Oh, that's actually pretty damn cool. If you find a dealership that's like willing to work with you on that, that's actually pretty awesome. Gotcha. With wheel. Thank you. Metals releasing. Yeah, definitely, Rocket. It's good to have a community where you can ask these questions safely because it's just how it is. When do I plan to install this front mount racer around things? So April 18th. It's between the 18th and the 20th is when I'm going to do it because like I have to go off of the availability of the dyno at Ecotech because they're letting me use it for free. So I'm completely at the mercy of their schedule, which I'm not complaining, and also at the mercy of Graham's time. Because he's also a very busy guy. He's tuning tons of cars. He actually tunes Subi Speed's car. So like he's he's a busy guy. So when those two time slots align is when I go do it. So it's either gonna be the 18th, 19th, or 20th. So we're looking like next week. Sometime next week, I will be at the dyno with all this stuff. So you guys will see this stuff real soon. This is why I wanted to get this done now. So I knew what I'm doing with it before I got there. So I don't waste their time. Nick, hey man, thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate it, man. I'll see you at the meet tomorrow. He tunes mine as well. Oh yeah, Graham tunes yours. Oh, dude, I gotta tell you, again another one of those people that I just like randomly found. Not like that I found, but Graham actually does remote tuning at Ecotech for a lot of the guys, and even like some of the guys that work here or that like roll around with me in my neighborhood. Actually, two of my videos where I have a silver WRX, he was tuned by Graham. My other buddy who's got like a FA20 that's like E60 tune, I think he was tuned by Graham. Like a lot of people I'm finding Graham has done remote tuning for them. So like it's a great tuner, and I always suggest him obviously because he's done a great job with my car and he's been very helpful. And I've actually helped them test some of the tunes. I know you guys saw that there was a custom launch control tune that was available, like that was floating around from different shops. He's been working on that as well. It didn't really work out for me, but we can wait till Cobb puts that out. What else? There was another thing that he was trying to test. So all week this week he's actually been testing the car running full E85, which we found out recently that we do have a high pressure fuel pump, but it's not quite high pressure enough for full E85. I got another buddy who was actually testing in Chicago who ran full E85, but the car was sputtering a little bit. And so not quite there. I'd say E60 is probably doable, which they're testing right now, which if we can get E60, oh man, E60 on an intercooler upgrade with an intake and a J-pipe, we're going to be over 400. I mean, already people are over 400, but we will be comfortably into the 450s with E60. It is going to be crazy, and I cannot wait to see. But at the same time, that's probably going to be the upper limit of the transmission. I guess we'll see. I'm waiting to hear back what he says on it. No, the car is actually not lowered. The car is completely stock height. I am working on trying to get coilovers, but I actually want to do one autocross, which is coming here on the 29th, before I put coilovers because I want to feel what the car feels like with the stock and then change it. The second reason I haven't done it yet is because the roads here suck, and I've already scraped my lip multiple times and in downtown. And I know that if I lower it, that shit's gone. So I need to replace the lip, and I need to figure out how low. If I lower it, I'm probably only going to lower it like half an inch. Like it is not going to be an aggressive lower. And also, I want my spring rates very tight. Like I want the car to be like a rock when I'm driving every day, just so that when I'm driving and racing everywhere else, it is like solid, especially on the track, because I don't want to have to keep going back and messing with it. So that's something that is coming. I actually emailed BC Racing. I asked them, I said, hey, I know you guys do custom wheels. Maybe we can work out a deal. Maybe you can send me some over for the channel. I'll pay maybe like 90% of the value or whatever. Like I don't even ask for people for free stuff. I say, hey, like, can we work something out, to where I don't have to I can save some money. And like many people have mentioned online, people don't really respond to you. I'm actually just waiting for somebody to show up and be like, hey, would you like these coilovers for like 50% off or whatever? Or if I can find like juice coilovers, I might actually go with that. SEO roads are a death trap for suspension. Yeah, man. It's like we have too many potholes, and just like, especially, so I work in downtown, and the ramp that goes up my the garage where I work, I actually have to go at an angle, and if I don't come off at an angle, I scrape every time. Thankfully, they actually have a secondary entrance that is a longer ramp specifically for lower cars, I think. I don't know who the hell designed it, but I'm glad they put that in there. Let me take a picture of this front mount real quick, so I know what the hell I did, so I can do it again. But the nice thing is I can go back and watch my own video. Okay, got there from the side. Yeah, from the front. Man, I'm so glad we figured it out. I can't believe. Now, to be fair, it didn't really take 2 hours. I think I talked to you guys for like an hour and a half, and I only really worked on this for 15 minutes. And the other 15 minutes, I just goofed off. So, not bad at all, I would say. Also, I was going to tell you something really, really funny. I have a Pixel 6. I love this phone. I actually ended up, what happened to it? Oh, I dropped it. That's what happened. I dropped the phone, and the screen cracked. So I had to put in like, I got the screen replaced like, how long ago? I can't remember ago. And then it's so depressing. I'm about to say this. Then I dropped then the phone got water in it. Then it got a little bit watery. It actually fell into the tub for like a half minute, or like a half second. I pulled it out and it was fine. And then after that, I guess they say that after you replace the screen, your phone is no longer waterproof. I didn't know that. So like the whole phone just stopped working, right? I couldn't touch anything, nothing. Then I put in Assurian because I got like the warranty or whatever. So I put in the Assurian claim, paid like $100 or whatever, and got the new phone. The guy came, switched it out. The same day that I was installing, and this was like 3 days, the time period, the day that I was installing all the Perrin parts, a bolt fell. A bolt fell on the back of my phone and cracked right where the sensor is for the camera. 3 days after I replaced this damn thing, and now my camera looks like shit. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? Can I get another Assurian claim for like $200? This is like really bothering me. And the issue that I have with this, I need to actually get a screen protector for that, because my kid likes to watch like YouTube videos and stuff like that while we're driving the car, and she holds it like this, and I don't want her fingers to touch that because it's like broken glass. So I know there's like a protector, so I got to get that, or I'm just gonna put like tape over it or something. I don't know. So it's like, when I say I drop things, let me tell you, I drop things. I mean it. Oh goodness. Trooper FA24, what does that say from coils myself? Yeah, man. It's money, man. Coils, not cheap. Especially good coils. Just Scopes, I lived by Tower Grove for 3 years, before moving to St. Peter's. How is it up there, dude? It's like, it's not bad up there. I know a lot of our car meets are actually up in St. Peter, St. Charles area. And that's actually the one we're going to this weekend. If you are free, and I need to post a community post about this tomorrow. I actually am part of a car group called Gateway Hustle, or Gateway Hustle, and the Hustle is STL because obviously St. Louis. It's a pretty big group. Tomorrow is actually our first car meet of the year. It's at Show Me's in St. Charles, and I run it, and a couple of my buddies run it, so I'm going to be there. So if you are in the area, you should definitely come by. I know it's supposed to be raining, but I think the rain is going to move away. I think it's going to be a great day for it. I think we're expecting like over 60, 70 cars. Like, it's going to be a really good time. So if you're in the area, you should definitely come to Show Me's in St. Charles and come hang out. We actually got a babysitter for my kids, so my wife and I were both going to be there. Obviously, the car's going to be there. I'm not bringing this fucking monstrosity with me, but everything else is going to be there. So think about it. Who is here? Oh, look at this, Jordan. Welcome to the channel, dude. Welcome to the channel and the live stream. You missed out on a lot of BS, man. Check this out. Look what we put together. Bloop. It's a front mount. I wanted to try to put it together so I kind of knew like how the piping went and like kind of figure out some of the bolts and stuff. This took a bit, but we figured it out, and now it is ready to go onto the car when we go on Ecotech. I kind of know what's going on. Some of you guys, you probably don't know. So Jordan actually has a white VV who lives in the area, and we actually installed the Perrin shift stop on his car. And the last video that you saw with the automatic versus manual was actually Jordan's car and his buddy's car. So huge thank you to Jordan for even doing that and helping bring awesome content to the channel. Two certificates this is waterproof, but if you drop it even once, it's done when it gets wet. Really? That sucks, man. Mine I understand because like the screen was already broken, so maybe it wasn't as waterproof as it originally was, but it was, dude, it was done. Yeah, Racer, I'm the same way. Plus Chain Poppy, what oil am I using right now? I am actually using 5W30, and I'm not going to tell you the brand because that is your choice. Graham said the day Graham told me use 5W30, I changed it immediately, especially because I do a lot of racing, a lot of like acceleration testing and all that. So it was worth it. He said it was worth it for me to just go ahead and change that oil, and I did it the same day. I was like, getting that shit out of here. Just go up so dope down the road for me. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Definitely stop by. I'll have stickers for you. I got like stickers. You know what? I printed stickers out, and people wanted me to sell stickers. I have like 100 stickers sitting in my bag. I need to like my wife tells me all the time I really need to start like using my star power to like do stuff, but it's like I don't think about the marketing aspect of this channel because I still am still very small and doesn't really make that, which is actually, you guys, if you haven't seen the shirt, this is the shirt. This is the black shirt that we made, and the back's got like the logo that's in the beginning of the video. If you haven't seen it, I finally got this made, and it's really cool. I love it, but the material sucks. So I'm working on trying to get a better material of this, but it's really hard to like try to monetize the channel because like I remember a couple of people were like, oh, if you do an SCI swap, just like do a GoFundMe. We'll like support you. I'm like, how am I supposed to ask a bunch of people to just build my car for me? I feel like at this point that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, definitely, dude. Bring your bug eye, dude. Everybody loves. It doesn't matter what condition a bug eye is. Everybody loves bug eyes. Fun fact: when the bug eye came out, it was the most hated WRX in the history of WRXs, and yet now we love them, especially bug eye wagons. I would kill for a bug eye wagon. What we got? Jordan looks like a ton of work. You know what? It was. It was a little bit of guesswork, but I'm glad that we figured it out. And now the great thing is now I don't have to worry about. You know what? I'm gonna send Jeff Perrin this email right now. I'm gonna send him this picture and be like, I got it, bro. I figured it out. I'm gonna send it to him right now. Oh, here we go. I actually get to read an email. So I have, if you don't know, I have an email, heavymetalrex@gmail.com. I answer it as much as I can. I get tons of people that email me, usually like questions like, hey, you know, what oil do you use? What tuner do you use? Do you recommend this? Blah, blah, blah. Actually, I get to read a live email. I actually just got an email from somebody. He said, fellow VV owner in Colorado. Hey, love the content you put up. Excited to see how the front mount looks. That's funny. It's literally what we're working on. I'm a fellow VV owner out in Denver. Wanted to hit you up for two reasons. Number one, because of your channel, I got hooked up with Graham, and we're going to the dyno next Friday. Dude, that's awesome. I'm super excited. I just happened to be out in Des Moines because that's where he is, over in Iowa. I'll let you know what we end up turning with an E85 tune. Oh, man, I'm excited. Everybody's getting E85 tuned with me. Number two. Okay, this is a question I've actually gotten a bunch on like Instagram and TikTok. His second question was, I hear you say your name at the start of every video, but I'm still not 100% sure how to pronounce it. Mind spelling it out for me? So my name is not like really unique, like where I'm from, which is like it's Pakistan, but my name is actually Arabic. And It's people ask me all the time because sometimes I do talk fast and my name is not the easiest. And people were calling me like Ace. At one point, it was like OAS or something, which I understand. So my name, if you don't know, is Awais. It is AWAIS. The way that I describe it to people is if you look at the word always, take out the W, always. I'm happy with that. Over the course of like how long I've lived here, that's kind of like the name that whatever people call me, I usually know. And especially if I go to like a place where I go to buy food and like the person comes out and it has my name on it. If they come out and they're like, I usually know that it's for me. What do we miss it here? Wolf, I'd show up if I was close. Haven't been any VV owner, sadly, dude. I know it's been tough. I've actually had a lot of lately. I've seen a lot of VBs driving up and down a 270 over here, which is our highway, which is awesome. And usually they're on the other side. I'm never able to see them. Tier 728, off to take the VB for a night drive. Hey man, have fun. The car is super fun. Just be careful driving out at night if you have any deer or weird shit like that, because I know we definitely do have a deer problem. There's my wife, Evelyn, 28, for some reason, is sending me $10, which is actually my $10, which is going right back to me. What the hell? What are you doing? Alex Blood said, I think you should get a GPS time test. Oh, yeah. So, Alex, that is the Draggy is what it is. It is $150. I have considered buying one. There's actually quite a few people in my neighborhood that have one. Not in my neighborhood, but like around St. Louis that have one. I'm actually trying to see if I can get them to let me borrow it one of these days so I can do some testing, because I do want to get, like, as I'm getting better at my launches, I do want to test that, because I actually am in a Facebook group for just 22 WRX racers. It's only like 20 of us in there, and like Mike Body's in there, JR's in there, all these guys are in there, posting all their times or whatever to see like who's got the fastest one. And I'm like, I'm definitely, I think I'm like 7 out of 10. I need to fix that. I need to get faster. Alex, Theron Hilbrand said, I've been kind of on the fence about buying an old WRX, but they're still some of my favorite looking cars. Oh, yes, they are. They're actually, every day, I actually follow this JDM website, this JDM import sailor over here, and every day they post, $16,000 STIs from like 95, 97, and oh my goodness, it takes all of my will to not buy one. They're just I'm gonna buy one. It may not be now, if the channel takes off, like 4 years from now, I'm buying one. 100% I'm gonna buy one, because the video that I did for Valentine's Day when I drove my buddy's WRX, he actually went out. His first car that he bought with his big boy job was a 1994, or it was a 1993 JDM WRX import, right-hand drive. And he let me drive it, and it was so much fun. It's such a fantastic car. Beef 710, do you think it's safe to run 18.0 on a stock tire? I know you have to stretch, but it's, okay. So that's a really good question. I actually do get asked that question whenever I post pictures. I am running a 9.5 on the 245s. It's actually not stretched that much. I don't know if I can, I'm going to move this camera. Please do not be sick. I don't know if you guys can see, but you see, that's so let me see if I can show you. So that's how much they kind of stick out, 9.5s, and that's just a 22. And this is, if you see this part right here, I don't know, this camera's not very good for that, but like this is tire sticking out. The stretch, honestly, is not that bad, and that's what I've had on my car. I think that it's completely fine. I do know that before I go do like an actual track day, I am going to get like a 255 or a 265 on there. But I think every day, if you're just like chilling, you're not doing like a lot of racing and a lot of like crazy shit with it, I think 245s on 9.5, especially the stock Dunlops, no problem. The stretch really wasn't that bad, because the stretch really depends on the tire that you get. Some of them are more prone to stretch because of the way the sidewall is built. Some of them are less, but the stock one, no problem. I support it. Just go says, you read on my old 02 WRX worth and learning. Oh man, you gotta know, dude. Yes, definitely bring it. I want to see it. I definitely want to see it. Beast Kid. Oh, there you go, dude. Beast Kid says, I'm trying to decide if I should get an ETS or a Grimspeed front mount intercooler for my 2015 STI. Okay, so
I don't have a lot of experience for STIs in general. Um, I want to. I was actually supposed to help one of my buddies build one. He actually got like he got tons of stuff. I think he got like a full like stage 2 kit from Subi Speed, intercooler, J pipe, up pipe, the whole 9 yards, injectors, all that shit. It's actually like really good. And I gotta say that I don't think it really matters. I'd say like as long as you're getting an intercooler upgrade, you're good, right? I think both of them are gonna be like completely fine because they're probably built about the same. Dude, Jeremy S, what in the world? Dude, thank you so much. This is the first super chat from Jeremy S. 100. Oh my God, dude. Really? That is amazing. I 100%, I'm going to buy a Draggy with that. Thank you so much for the support for the channel. That is incredible. Beef 710, any kind of information that I can help you guys with, I'm here to help you as much as I can. Yes, I know, dude. That is like massive help because we do need a Draggy for the channel. And that is exactly what I'm gonna get. Actually, when I get off this chat, I'm buying it right. Well, I don't think I'm buying it right away, but whenever it gets posted, I'll buy it. Again, thank you so much. And again, a lot of you guys, if you haven't been here or if you're just popping in, I want to again thank you for coming in and supporting the channel and just being here on a Friday night. I didn't really have a lot to do today. I knew I was going to try to tackle this. Actually, no, that's a lie. I didn't. I actually was not going to do anything tonight. I needed to make a video today, but I didn't really get a chance to do it. And I was talking to my wife. She's like, you know what? You should just go out there, just do a live stream and just like hang out with people. I was like, you know what? Okay, that's cool. They're friends. You get to talk. And if you haven't been here and you just popped in, we did actually finish as a team. We mocked out the intercooler because when we go to Ecotech next week, I didn't want to waste Adam actually is who's going to be the dyno tech again. So I don't want to waste Adam's time not figuring this out. So now that I've got to figure it out, all we have to do is pop off the bumper, which is really easy to do. Take off the bumper bar, throw this sucker on. So I'm really excited to get this done. It looks great. I love the black and the red. So, but maybe you guys can give me some pointers on this. I've been trying to figure out what kind of graphics I want to put on the car. Originally, it was going to be like JDM themed, but like that doesn't make any sense with like, the heavy metal Rex part. And the suggestion that my wife gave me, which is a good suggestion, is if you see metal band logos on their albums, sometimes you can't read the logo. So we were thinking on the sides to build the heavy metal Rex logo, the name, and like cut it up in a way, not cut it, but like design it in a way so that it looks like one of those metal logos and just like slap it on the side. And on the front, I still do want to get a black hood scoop because not that I don't like the white one, I just wanted to stand out more. But I'm trying to figure out like what kind of graphics to put on there. Like the car's still going to be white. And the idea that she gave me, which was really good, I'm going to tell you why this is really funny. She said to me, I'm going to show you this. She said, what you should do is on the hood, put like a giant devil goat head, right? Like super fucking devilish, and have the horns coming off the side going into the fender, which is a badass idea, right? Except the fact that my daughter goes to a Christian private school, and I don't know if it is the best idea for me to show up with like a satanic car, which is already very loud and very bright to her school. So I was like, okay, maybe we'll put a pause on that. We'll put a pause on that idea and come back. So maybe you guys can give me some suggestions. Dylan Roberts, thank you. Tev and Tom, love the channel. Keep up the good work. Looking forward to your full detailed video on the SPT. Yes, that is definitely going to happen. We just have to figure out the timing because everybody works, and the guys that own the guy that owns the SPT also has a very interesting work schedule. So I'm happy that he's helping me, but I just have to respect his time. And whenever he's available, we're definitely going to do it because I'm excited to drive that. And we need to redo that video because there's a couple other things that we found out about the automatic transmission. We might actually be able to make it go as fast, almost as fast as the manual, which will be really exciting. So I look forward to seeing that. Say, are you going to wash your car for tomorrow, even though it might rain? Okay, Jordan. So I've actually been looking at I'm going to look again. So before it said it was going to rain all day, and I've been checking this like every hour. As of right now, it's actually looking like the rain is now concentrated between 7 and 9 p.m. or 7 and 11 p.m. So
First, it was like all day. So I'm hoping as the day goes on, the rain just moves away. And to be honest, I'll probably still wash the car at some point tomorrow. Um, you know what? I don't know. Maybe I won't. Maybe we'll just roll with it. I honestly have no idea. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Beast Kid, when can I come check out the car? We can meet in South Carolina or whatever. Let's put together. I'm actually trying to put together like a Subi meet. So as soon as we can get something like that done, we should. Oh, what am I saying? Why don't you come tomorrow? Okay, for those of you who joined that don't know, I run a car club here of all cars, and our first major car meet is actually tomorrow night at like 6, 7 p.m. at Show Me's in St. Charles. We're expecting to have like at least 50, 60 cars. So if you're in the area or even down here, you should definitely come up and hang out. I think it's gonna be a really good time. We're gonna have food, we're gonna have cars. Even if it's gonna rain a little bit, rain makes for great pictures, fantastic pictures at night. So something to think about. Beast Kid, come up to Show Me's because I'm gonna be there and you can come check out the car. Let's see what we got. A feature, okay. Just goes a few sticky notes on pickup. Take off whenever you. Yeah, exactly. I feel like it might be an issue because the car is already loud. You know, it already has a lot going on. So, get a jaggy. Where is? How do I get back to? Here we go. Wolf S14 says, dude, I work for a vinyl graphics company. We can definitely design your wrap and ship it to you if you'd be interested and don't have anybody. Okay, so that sounds awesome. Okay, it really does. I actually have people that can help me do it here. Actually, two of my buddies work for like really big wrap shops here, and one of them was supposed to help me, but now he's like really busy, and now he's wrapping his car, which looks fantastic. He's got I think it's like a 2017 or 2018 WRX, and he is wrapping it. He already wrapped it. If you know the flash, he's red, and if you know the reverse flash, he's like yellow. So he has this incredibly awesome shimmery yellow color, like reverse flash. Oh my god, the car looks amazing. So he's a wrap master. So if I get a wrap or like some sort of vinyl graphics, if I can't figure it out, I definitely have people that can help me figure it out. So maybe it's something you guys can put together because I think that'd be really awesome. I just don't know exactly what I want. So I've just been like looking at pictures online and just trying to like figure it out or like draw it out in Photoshop just to see if it gives me an idea of what I'm looking for. Jeremy S., I go head before the scoop, horns along the side of the scoop, and then take the heavy metal logo with channel name in the area between the scoop and the windshield. Oh, dude, that's not a bad idea. I didn't even think about that. So you're saying like have the channel name like right here on top of the windshield? That's actually something I've been thinking about, and I don't know if I want to do it just yet because like somebody was talking about putting like a banner for like a company. And my philosophy, you know, I'm a little weird. Actually, I'm not a big fan of like stickers on cars, like in general. That's why it took me forever to even get the heavy metal stickers that I've got on the back and the side. And they're like really small. And I've got Perrin stickers and all this, I haven't put them on. That actually would be really cool because it's so much more visible up front like that. Now, the issue with the names on the cars is everybody can read it. So even cops. So I've been really weary about that. But that's actually a really good idea. Especially, okay, the issue, here's the issue. When we were designing the goat part, we actually, there's a couple of pictures I have on Photoshop that my buddy and I did with the goat. And what I found was the hood scoop is the issue. Like, we can't figure out how to get the right picture to fit with the hood scoop. Now, if it's black, it would have been cool if like it was like the mouth of something or like the nose of the goat or something like that. But then there's like, I feel like there's not enough space and it'll just be like a really fat goat. Another thing I was thinking about, and because I'm a huge metalhead and I love metal and I love metal bands, I was thinking, what if I like get some sort of like band picture on there? And the band, one of my favorite bands right now, and I know they're not super heavy anymore, but one of my favorite bands is Ghost. And I thought it'd be really cool because they have awesome artwork. And I was thinking, what if I just get like one of their like album covers or like their t-shirts and just plaster that in the front? On top of that, how awesome would it be if we can get like keep tagging Ghost until he sees it? Because Tobias Forge he's very like connected with fans and shit like that. So I was like, that could be another idea or something. But I mean, there's tons of ideas. We just have to pick one and do it. Heavy metal like Creed or Nickelback? No, just a little. Okay, all right. So I love all kinds of metal, right? One of my favorite bands was Winter Sun, and they pissed me off because they won't put out new music. One of my second favorite bands of like all time was like Agalloch. You know, I love them. I actually originally started out on metal when I was like a kid, when I was like 17, and it was one of my favorite bands was him. I huge to this day. That's where it started, and they're not like heavy metal, but more like probably rock now, and especially now their album Villa came out. His album is different, but they've been like, I love him so much, like this, all of his albums, all of it. But then like, of course, I like all the regular like your mainstream stuff. You know, I love Anthrax, I love Slayer, I love Metallica. But like, if I listen to bands, it's usually more like European bands. Like, I love Amon Amarth, I love Opeth. You know, I love At the Gates, I love In Flames, I love a lot of these other bands. Um, but really, I listen to pretty much everything, most metal. But I just, dude, Ghost is just fucking. I love everything he does, man, except the new stuff. Breaking Benjamin, dude, Breaking Benjamin. That takes me back to high school. You know, I used to watch Headbangers Ball on Fuse TV. That's how far back I'm talking. When they used to put music videos on television. Insafirm, dude. Insafirm was okay. Now we're gonna get into a whole rant about metal because I never get to talk to people about this. I love Insafirm. That's actually how I found Winter Sun in the first place because Yari Mempa used to play. He was the guitarist for Insafirm, and I was like, wow, his guitaring is amazing. Now he has his own band and he can sing. And that first Winter Sun album was fucking prime, right? And then of course Time was also amazing, and now it's just I don't know what the hell they're doing. They're just all over the place. At the Gates, In Flames, Beyond Creation, I haven't heard. The Absence, I haven't heard. Abysmal Dawn, I have heard of that band. Do you have a Discord for the channel? No, I've actually been thinking about making that because I sit on my phone all the time, and so a Discord would actually be really good because I feel like I would be on there all the time. So maybe that's something I should put up. I have a Discord that I used for my gaming channel, which was actually this channel like 2 years ago. So maybe I could turn that into it because it would be a fun place to hang out and a fun place for people to hang out. Right now, you actually find me on all social medias like Reddit, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. So uh, Jesse, we can put that together. It should be really easy to do. You know, we can talk about all this stuff. We can talk about cars. We can talk about metal. We can talk about everything. Here, hold on. I think I missed a couple of these. Owen Wessel said, "I need to wash mine." Yeah, dude, painted grass. Dude, if you have a white car and you're cutting grass, it's gonna be green. Hell, that's a wrap. That's a wrap on its own. Trooper, oh man, I miss you, dude. Gotta run. Have a good night, man. Take it easy, bro. If you're still here, thanks for stopping by. Brian says, "What's a good way to build finger independence for guitar?" Oh man, okay. Full disclosure, I started playing guitar in 2009. The red guitar I have downstairs, not the Schecter, I have an Ibanez that I bought then, 2009. And I didn't learn how to play. I didn't learn how to play guitar, like learn until like 2016. Okay, I played guitar for many years, right? But it was awful. My wife actually has videos of me playing before I finally learned how to play. And when I like learned how to play, it took me that many years because, and the reason is this happened to me, and this actually happened to the guy who taught me, is when you are a beginner and you don't know how to play anything, people will tell you learn chords, learn this, learn that, and that's great. I think all that's really important. But what they forget to teach you is when you go home, you should learn. I don't want to say like learn the creativity, but learn to just noodle around. And if you can just learn a little bit of that, those two things combined, like improvisation, noodling around, and then like theory, come together to make you a good player. The hand part, there's no shortcut for it at all. None whatsoever. The only thing that's going to help your fingers is you playing every day. That's it. How much you play every day is what's going to dictate how long it takes your fingers to figure it out. You have to force your fingers to just do the things. And there's a lot of mistakes that people make in the beginning that if you don't have like a person who plays guitar show you not to do things, like sometimes, like for example, if this is your fretboard, like people will do this. That's not right. People will do this. That's not right. You just have to have like a good balance, right? These are things that sometimes a beginner fumbles on and you don't think about it in the beginning, and you develop a lot of bad habits. And then at the same time, you're picking hand. You got to know you don't pick like this, you pick like this. There's a lot of wrist in there, and holding your pick. All these things only come with watching a professional do it, and then just practicing the way they do it. Not so much like worrying about what they do, but how they do it. And it's just time. There's, again, like I said, there's no shortcut for the finger stuff. But you have, like they say, you got to build those calluses. And in the beginning, it sucks because not only do you not know how to play anything, so you just feel like an idiot. And second, you literally can't even play the note, so you feel like an idiot. And so you don't practice. And that's actually the number one reason people get instruments and put them down, because it is disappointing in the beginning. And it will be just how it is. Any instrument, it will be disappointing in the beginning.
Let's see, did I miss anything else? No, that was the last one. Okay. So yeah, dude, Wolf S14, you remember his Headbangers Ball? Man, every day I would come home from school, I would sit down and I'd be on there, and they would have like Trust Company, AFI was on there, Breaking Benjamin was on there. Who else? Mudvayne from now. Okay, again, I'm dating myself. We're talking like 2000 to 2003. I graduated high school in 2003, and so like that's what was playing. Papa Roach would be on there. Oh my God, what else? Of course, God, what was the band that played synthetic? Damn, I cannot remember the band. It'll come to me like in the middle of the scene. Yeah, Static X was on there, dude. Oh man, you're like taking. Oh, dude. Oh my God. Okay, I have somewhere downstairs a Sepultura poster signed by the guys. I have that signed. I have a Winter Sun signed poster. I have a pick from Winter Sun. I caught their pick. I have a pick from Daryl from John Oates from Hall & Oates. Can you believe that? Even though that's not metal, I still have a pick that I caught from one of their concerts. I have a Skeleton Witch poster that I have signed. I have a Metallica stuff signed, Opeth signed stuff. I have the Ghost. I did the Ghost meet and greet, so of course I've got all this signed shit. Godsmack, yeah, man. Now we're going way back. Beyond Creation is big into fretless bass, so you have to like that sound. Hell, dude. Okay, fretless bass and standing bass. Have you guys ever listened to Flesh God Apocalypse? If you haven't, you must, because they are just like symphonic geniuses with what they do. They usually have like a fretless standing bass. They have an opera singer. They bring like a baby grand, or like one of like the standing grand pianos. Oh, it's amazing. They do such great stuff. Just gonna say, Breaking Benjamin, top tier live show saw. Oh my goodness! I think, you know what? I think some of us are like in the same age group, which is great, because you know what? I'll tell you right now. You go to JD Powers, you find the average age of a WRX owner from like between like 2018 to like 2021 was 36. Okay, we are all in the same boat. System of a Down. My goodness, the Hypnotize and Mesmerize album, when those two were out, on repeat for months. For months, I listened to them. Graduated 08 in high school. Yeah, dude. System of a Down. Oh my God. Even to this day, I listen to some of their music, and it's like they never left. Like, so fucking timeless. Like, some of the stuff is fantastic. What is Chop Suey for 500? Yeah. Bring Me the Horizon is really good too. I haven't listened to like a lot of these, like what I would say, not new metal bands, but like newer metal bands. And they have like a combination of some music. Like, I'll give you an example. Code Orange is, I never heard of them, but I love them. It's like a combination of like metal and like EDM in a way. But if we're gonna talk about metal, what about, and this is like probably an unpopular opinion, but like everybody is dying over Polyphia right now, and like Tim Henson, and I get it. He's really cool. He's very down to earth. He's got all the tattoos. He's got all these fucking things, whatever. He's a fantastic guitar player. Whole band is amazing. Do I like listening to Polyphia? No. If I'm gonna if this sounds gonna sound so terrible, because like somehow Tim Henson's gonna watch this video and be so pissed at me. I think what they do is phenomenal.
But when I sit down and listen to music, I don't want to, that's not music that I would listen to when I'm just like cruising or doing. It's something that I would watch and listen one time, be like, wow, that's amazing. I'm gonna now go and put that over here and like listen to something else. Does that make sense? Like, or am I the only one that feels that way? Saw Code Orange, dude. Remember when Code Orange did the they during COVID they had like that live stream. They live streamed their concert in like the middle of COVID. It was amazing. I think they put it on like Twitch. It was really good. Saw Code Orange last year, so good. The broing is like that metal plus EDM. I have not heard that. I'm gonna have to check that out. Unholy Alliance Religion. I haven't heard that either, so I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, Code Jeremy, you graduated in '99. Yes, we are definitely in the. We are like right there. Dude, Sleep Token, Jesse. Holy shit! I actually was just showing my friend that band a couple of days ago. Oh my god, it is so good. If you guys like metal and just like interesting soundscapes, Sleep Token is a must. I don't even know how to describe it, but it is so good. Sleep Token is really good. And oh god, what is their name? They have that song, Holy Roller. God, what is the name of that band? It's such a good song. Let me find it. Spirit something. Holy Roller. God, what a great song. Spirit Box. That's right. That's the other one. Spirit Box is, oh my God. Holy Roller is, dude, when it gets on, I don't care where I'm at. I am like in it. I will like mosh in like the grocery store if that plays. Is yes. Spirit Box is amazing. Five Finger Death Punch. That's a band I've always wanted to see. I got a buddy that lives down the street from me. We work together since like the entire time I've lived here. He actually is a huge Five Finger Death Punch fan, and he's tried to take me to a concert for them one time for his birthday, and I ended up missing it. I wanted to go see them live just to kind of like experience it, but I have no experience with that band as of right now. But there's a lot of bands like that like I just missed. So okay, I actually never knew what metal was ever in my life up until I was 17 and I listened to him. And the reason I listened to him was when I lived in Florida, there was a radio station. And if you're old like me and you lived in Florida, you know this. If you lived in Orlando, there was a radio station called 95.3 Party. And 95.3 Party used to play a lot of EDM, a lot of party music, a lot of house music, and also like EDM versions of different songs. And one time a song came on there. It was Hymns, Join Me in Death, but it was the EDM version. And this was like 1999, maybe 2000. And unfortunately, that radio station, like a lot of other radio stations at the time, were not doing rock and EDM anymore. And we're switching over to hip hop and R&B. So this channel went from 95.3 Party and it turned into 95.3. It was a Power 95. It turned into Power 95. And they only play hip hop. And I was like, fuck, that sucks. Not that I don't like hip hop. I love it. Actually, it's one of the reasons I have a 1,000-watt subwoofer. I used to have it in my RX-8. I love hip hop. But like, I was like, we already have other hip hop stations. Why are you killing this one? You know? So when the internet came out, I started like looking up MP3s at that time. And I looked up at him and I downloaded that Join Me in Death. And the version I downloaded was like the album version. And I was like, the hell is this? This is EDM. This isn't like what I was listening to, but I liked it. I liked it a lot. And after that, I found Lacuna Coil, which is, I love them. I don't listen to them a lot anymore, but when I was a kid, I had a huge crush. I actually still do a crush on Christina Scabia, the lead singer, who I actually met, and she signed my chest on a cruise. Different story. We'll get to that one day. But that's how it started. And after that, I didn't listen to any metal whatsoever. None. I was completely like I listened to whatever was on the radio or like on Headbangers Ball, but it was more like alternative rock and new metal, which is a little bit different. And so I can listen to that a lot until Napster came back as a streaming service. Now we're jumping like a few years ahead. Napster came back as a streaming service where you had to pay and you could stream music. And my best friend in Florida, he had it. And he was like, hey, if you want to listen to some music, you can use my account. So I was like, oh, thank you. And I found, you're not going to believe this, I found at the same time as I found Dio, Dio's album Killing the Dragon and the song Killing the Dragon. And from there, I discovered all of Dio, who I instantly fell in love with. And then also, I found for the first time in like 2006, 2007, I experienced Black Sabbath. And my mind just exploded. And from there on, I've been just anything heavy metal, I am in it. And I actually did see Sabbath in 2013 for the 13th album that they put out, 13, which was fucking amazing.
Let me catch up to this chat real quick. Yeah, Jeremy, just go say nice music is vibe. Oh man, yeah, hell yeah. Sleep Talk was really good. Some prayer for Jim. Yes, yes. Nick Ackridge is back. Is it bring a hatchback? Yes, they do. They do need to have an hatchback in here. They're addicted. Am I right? Spirit box. Yes, all that. Hey, love my road to let it go. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I had my RX-8 from 2007 until 2012. Quick side story. I do this a lot. I get super fucking. So my wife, we were actually dating at the time, and I broke up with her. Stupid reasons. We're not gonna get into it. She, in her mind, I think put a curse on my fucking car. Actually, I think she put a curse on my whole life. And like within the same week that I like broke up with her, like the hurricane, there was a hurricane that came in, and my car, literally, my RX-8 was 6 months from fucking paying it off. I had a brand new engine in it because like I had extended warranty. I lost compression, and they changed it. The hurricanes literally washed my car away. Like I woke up and I could just push it, and the car just floated away. I lost it. Still to this day, so angry about that. Obviously, we're married now, but I still don't have my RX-8.
Love every minute. I really enjoy the amount of content you have for your VB. You got me completely between wanting a. Oh, here we go. Jack Snyder said he really enjoys the content. Thank you so much, Jack. I appreciate it. He's conflicted between the BRZ and the VB.
Okay. This may not help you with your decision, but here in a few weeks, hopefully, my buddy has a stock WRX VB, and my other buddy's girlfriend has a stock BRZ, both manual. I've actually been trying to figure out when I can get them together so I can make like a comparison video, but mainly, you already know, it's going to be a race video. And I already know this, the WRX is probably going to be ahead, but I think that they're both phenomenal cars. I think the decision between those two cars is going to be, A, do you have kids? And B, do you have a need for a bigger car? That's really the only decision, because if you don't have kids and you don't have a need for a bigger car, the BRZ is a very good car. Like, even though that FA24 is NA in that, it's still really potent. I want to say it's probably 0 to 60, probably as fast as the WRX. I think like the higher gears, the WRX will pull away. But I think at this point, the conversation is like, which one suits you? And even though I love the WRX, I love this car more than anything else. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you like you should buy this over anything else. I think there's always a reason why another car is relevant. And I think for you, it's going to come down to that. And if I were you, I'd definitely go test drive both of them. I think the WRX definitely feels less like a race car when you're sitting in it. And what I love about the BRZ and the FRS, or now the GR86, is when you're sitting in it, the cockpit of these cars are like fighter jet cockpits. And I love that feeling. But it's because it's a two-door, so like they can build it that way. So something to think about. You know, all these things, they come together to make a decision on a car. So hopefully that helps.
Let's see. Do you like any country? Oh my God, Nick.
I like Shania Twain. I think she got some pretty good songs. You know, that's all I can say.
Yes, Jeremy. Kuna Coil, Nightwish. Yes, those two are amazing. Within Temptation, I have not heard that band. I will have to look into that. Just says punk goes pop. That was brought us with flies. So
I also love punk. Like, and when I say punk, not like, I love Offspring. Offspring is amazing. That's probably like what a lot of people think when they punk. And I didn't really get into punk until like some of the newer bands in like 2000, like Sum 41 and Good Charlotte, which I consider Good Charlotte punk. Okay, what you say? They're punk.
What else we got? Hell of an origin story. I know, dude.
It's like I tell people this all the time. And you know, I forgot this other part I forgot to tell you. At the same time I discovered those bands on Napster, I also discovered Guitar Hero, which was like 2007, and I always wanted to play guitar. And of course, on Guitar Hero, they had like Iron Man. They had what other? I mean, they had so many good songs. Of course, I found Foo Fighters on there. I found what was it? Was it Crazy Train? Oh, it was Bark at the Moon. That's right. Then I found Ozzy Osbourne has his own band. Oh my god, dude! It was like all of this to get me to where I am today. Is just my origin story for so many things in life are crazy. Do you like any country? No. Still fly from. Oh, I also am a huge fan of EDM, also because just because, and Daft Punk. I love Daft Punk. Just gotta throw it out there. Fantastic. Craig Sanders buy a Mustang. No, no, don't buy a Mustang. Tim says if you want to listen to some amazing modern metal band, I would say check out Currents, Era, and only Bless the Fall. Bless the Fall. I know the other two I don't. I'm gonna take a note of these because I love checking out new music. I know who is it? I think it's like Metal Sucks does like a new or is it Metal Injection? One of them does like a Friday New Music Friday. So like every Friday they'll post like the newest album releases and newest bands that have come out. And so usually like I'll go in there and I'll look around. Like I found a couple of bands like that. Soar, I found like that, which are amazing. I found Wolves in the Throne Room, fucking great. Love the band. Actually, I went to go see them. If you're in St. Louis, I went to go see them at Delmar Hall, and it was a great show. Pelorian opened for them, and if you know Pelorian was the lead singer of Agalloch. Actually, made this band, and then he said some anti-Semitic things, and now he's gone as well. So we lost another really good band. Jeremy says went from a 15 BRZ to an 18 GT. Oh, Mustang people to the 22. Should have never sold the BRZ. If I was asking a 2.4 BRZ would be amazing. Yeah, it is really good. I think Jeremy is 100% right. It really depends on what you need it for and where you live is really what's going to dictate. If you're in Florida, get a BRZ. It's going to be fantastic. But if you live anywhere else where you need some like climate control, you get some climate issues, probably the VB would be really good. Do single and recent college grad, so space ain't an issue. Mine is either sports car feel. Oh, dude, yeah. If that's the case, I'd say that's really tough because like the BRZ is tunable, but holy shit, what you can get out of this for like very little money, it is hard to ignore. If you're okay with having more of like don't hate what I'm about to say, an economy car feel, but with some power, this is it. But if you want the feel to be like you are in a sports car, then it's going to be the BRZ, hands down. I think a lot of people would agree with that statement. Well, for 17, I was torn between BRZ and BB2, but I have an S14. Oh, that's why it's Wolf S14. Why you got to play us like that, man? That's an awesome car. You can't go wrong with a JDM like that. Oh my God, Jesse Tucker said, Guitar Hero fueled my love for Tool. I never, ever listened to Tool, ever, until Numa came out, right? That is like, isn't that crazy? I actually only knew one song from Tool, and that was Schism. And the only reason I knew that was Tool was because when my buddy used to come over, I had a bass guitar. He'd come over, he would play that riff, that's all he would play on my bass guitar. And I was like, that's a really cool riff. What is that? And he was like, Tool. I was like, okay, whatever. And I didn't start listening to him until, is Numa the name of the album? Either way, the whole album, I listened to it on repeat continuously. And I was like, oh my God, whatever this is amazing. I can't believe I waited this many years to listen to it. Love Tool. So good. Really glad to be able to catch you live. You're streaming down Earth, and you really talk to the camera. Hey, Racer 096, thank you so much for even coming by. I know that it's Friday, and again, you guys can be literally anywhere, and you guys chose to come here and watch me like fumble around, which was probably like really easy for somebody who does this. But I'm still really excited that we got this done. I am actually going to take it apart, put everything back in the box. I just wanted to make sure I knew what I was doing, and I'm glad that you guys were here to help out as well. So thank you so much for stopping by. Jordan Bucket said, peace out for the night. Take it easy, dude. Hey, man, Jordan, I'll see you tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. Can you recommend a good tire for snow trip? Oh, yes. Yes, what Jeremy said, Blizzak WS90 is I actually have, I will show you the terrible side of my garage.
which some of you actually have seen in the other video. So this right here, this set right here, that's my Blizzaks WS90, and they are exceptional. I've actually had them for 2 years now, and I've only put maybe 1,500 miles on them so far. I had them in last season on my 21, and it was so good. And actually, I did make a video when we had like the good snowstorm, which I'll be honest, we actually did not get any good snow this year at all. I don't know why the hell that was, but then the one good snowstorm we actually got, I did throw them on the VB and I went out for a drive. It was so much fun. The amount of confidence I had with those in this like deep snow and those, unreal. So I highly recommend them, and they're really good for dirt driving too. So like in the summer, once we have like a place that I can go for like some dirt drifting or like dirt tracks, I'm going to be using those on there because they're also really good for that as well. So something to keep in mind. Just stuck here. Numa's masterpiece. Schism was the guitar hero. So, yeah, dude, fear not, man. Numa. Oh, that the way I saw it at first was like, and you guys probably also saw it as well. Is it Danny Carey? I believe is the drummer, right? And he had like he had a video where he was playing Numa, and it was the drum cam. And oh my god, I actually had drums for a little bit. I am not a drummer, and watching him made me want to buy drums again because it was so good. Oh, just thinking about it makes me want to like go listen and jam out to it. Mr. Michael says, did you go for a smaller rim for your winter setup? No, actually. So that's actually the stock wheels. So mine's a premium. So that's the 18-inch wheels that they come with. And I just threw them on, it's 245s actually. I have 245 snow wheels. I know like a lot of people usually will get smaller, like 225s, something like that. Mine is just 245 18, 40 18 is what the OEM wheel was, or OEM tire. And that's exactly what I got for my snow tires. And I gotta tell you, man, they grip. If you haven't watched my snow video, go back and watch it. I'm like driving all over the place, and I drive pretty much like it's business as usual. And like they're really good for both for braking and even for like not so much obviously like if you're on like just slick ice, but overall they grip really, really well. Now, something to remember that all snow tires or like premium winter tires, they say that they last like X number of thousand miles, but really like the special hydrocarbon coating or whatever that they put on there is only good for like the first 6,000 to 8,000 miles. I mean, you can still use them after that, but they have the special coating, especially these, which is why people like, thought I was weird for doing this, but I take them off whenever it's not snowing. And even if it's cold, like even if it's like 30 degrees, I run the summers. I don't care. Because in St. Louis, it's weird. These roads are just hot, even if it is like cold. And if it's really cold, I don't go driving. I just use my wife's SUV, and it's got all seasons and it's fine. But this way I preserve that coating as much as I can. And like I said, these are practically brand new. Like I think the lines on them are gone, but like they're still brand spanking new. I just got to make sure they don't like dry out. So again, another thing to think about. Let's see. Jeremy DWS 06s kept my. Yeah, a lot of people swear by those, and they are really good. But like I think that if you are in a place that has dual climate, it is worth it to have the two sets of wheels, especially if you're going to get aftermarket wheels. It's a no-brainer. If you're not going to get aftermarket wheels, then yes, I would suggest like a really good all season. And usually those DSWs are like what a lot of people go with. Actually, what are you talking about? We didn't get, so Nick, we got 3 days of snow. 2 snow days sucked. And the one snow day, it was actual snow. And I know because I got the video for it. Bryce, actually, what's the deal with the only running snow cables instead of snow chains? It made me sign something stating that was made away. So it's a state thing. Like I think you can't run them on the street in certain places. I know here, I think snow chains and like studs and stuff like that are illegal. I think. Don't quote me on that. BRZ on Ultimax will perform better than all do tire in all seasons. Yeah, dude, tire. People don't understand, and this actually happens in Reddit all the time. I've seen this, like half those posts of people saying, "Oh, my baby was taken before time," blah blah, whatever, is usually somebody driving in the snow on like their summer tires, and oh my god, I don't even want to be in that car because that is a death trap. In the cold, you can make it.
If it's just dry and it's cold, they'll do the job, right? Just no like pushing the car, just regular driving. But like I've seen so many people post on Reddit, like it'd be like 2 or 3 inches of snow, and they're like, oh yeah, it took my WRX out. It's like so badass, dude. And I'm like, no, that you should not do that. They're basically like hockey pucks in the snow, and people still do it for some reason. Miss Michael, I might go for a smaller rim so I can get more sidewall. Yeah, to be honest, like if I did it again, if I did this again, I would probably get 15-inch wheels and just get fat tires. And the only reason I didn't is because I already had the rim. Personally, what I'd love in like sometime in the future is to get some like Sparco Terras, like 15-inch Sparco Terras, because they look so cool. Maybe like white Sparco Terras and put like some big like all-terrain tires on them, because I would love to one day go do like actual rallying, which is another reason why I don't want to lower the car that much, because I still want it to be usable on the dirt. So that's what I want to do. Drew says not far from SEL here in Nebraska, but we still have more snow. And I said, yeah, man, I'm really surprised. Like, I really was surprised how little snow that we got this year, because last year we got quite a few days. And actually, you know what? If I go back to my very like first set of YouTube videos on my channel, was actually me doing donuts in the snow on my let me see if I can pull it up. God, I can't even believe how long ago that was. It seems crazy that I've been doing YouTube videos for so long. My first video was actually me putting the Cabo TS on a 2021 WRX like 3 months before they announced the 2022. Like, imagine the worst time to start making YouTube videos about a car that's no longer going to be made. Let me see. So this was actually the second video I made. Let's see, where is it? This is it. Can I type it in? Oh yeah, I can. So this was like me doing donuts in like there's like a church down the street, and this was with snow tires. I bought the car in December. I think it was like December 4th, and I got the snow tires like December 10th. Like I was like, I'm ready to go. Let's play in the snow. So that's like such an old video. How about you, January right before some big snowstorms here in NH, and Stockton officers were so scary in the snow. Yes, dude, and live free and die. You almost died if you went out in that snowstorm. Oh my god, I can't even imagine how bad that was. I used to have Cumbos. I used to have Cumbos on my RX-8. They were summer tires, like ultra high performance summer tires. It would rain, and it felt like I was going to run into another car. Like, it was so scary. So I can't even imagine that in the snow. That sounds like the worst time. Let's see. Oh my gosh, it is 11. Oh my, it's 11 o'clock, and we've been on here for 3 hours. Okay, all right. I think this is it. I'm actually we'll stay on here. Let me put all this stuff back. I'm gonna put all this stuff back, and I think it is time for me to go hang out. So tomorrow morning is Saturday. My daughter does have swimming in the morning, so we're gonna go do that, and then I think we're just gonna like hang around the house and like chill. And then of course at night, again, if you are in the St. Louis area, come by Show Me's. I'm actually gonna put a community post up as well, so people know that it's happening, because I think it would be really cool to see people come out and just kind of support the local community, because like we have a really good community here for cars, a lot of good people. So packing it up. And what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to go have some dinner, because I just remembered that I didn't eat anything. And my tummy be grumbling. Oh, man. But we made good progress. You know what? I had a lot of fun tonight. I don't know about you guys, but this was a blast. Putting this pipe together and like talking to all you guys who usually I only talk to in like comments. It was pretty cool. What time is Show Me's? Okay, Show Me's is, I want to say it starts at 6. But I'll definitely be posting an update to make sure when the rain is coming, because I think the rain is still like, let me see, where's my phone? Because it did update. Let me see. Ooh, dang. Okay, so the rain, oh my goodness. Now it's more rain on the schedule. What? Let me see, tomorrow. Yeah, what the hell? Oh,
Actually, I don't even know if it's a, you know what? If it rains, we'll probably still go out because because it's at Show Me, so we can still like sit inside and hang out and like eat. So we'll probably still go, but right now it looks like the rain is just like up and down. So I guess just keep an eye on the schedule. It's supposed to be like 6, 7 o'clock is when we're supposed to meet, and us admins are going anyway because we're gonna, I gotta help direct traffic and all that shit and just like hang out with people because like we run the car meet, so I'm gonna be there.
Brent said, run down lob, res a 3-star pack on a horrible snowstorm. That does sound like a bad idea. You should come to Seattle area. Dude, okay, Jack Snyder said come out to Dirtfish. I would love nothing more. I think it was, wasn't it Engineering Explained that he went and he did like a couple of, I think it was like he was learning how to trail brake or something. And I think it was at Dirtfish. And I would love to do that. That would be just, actually, that would probably be like something I would ask my wife for like our anniversary, like, or like for my birthday, be like, hey, what do you want? Just I want to go. I want to go to rally school. That actually would be so much fun. And we're bringing back some awesome video of that. That'd be really cool. Jack Snyder, did you see that? Dude, that was like a long time ago. The Subi community is huge here. Yeah. Oh, dude, I bet, especially around having like a like a rally school. I'm sure it definitely is, and I'm sure they put out like, I'm sure they have like cool Subaru events and like rally events as well because they have that there. We need to cruise to Show Me together, Nick. I don't know if that's going to happen because actually it might happen because we are actually dropping off my daughter at my mother-in-law's house. So we're not going to be cruising from here. We're going to be cruising from Kirkwood. So if you want, you can meet us up there. It's actually my wife and I, we're both going to be going. So we can meet you up there and ride together. Need a couple things from Dynamics, and at that point should get Ecotech to tune it. Oh, dude, that actually would be really cool. You got to make sure you let them know that like you come to where Heavy Metal Rex's official Subaru shop. Like Misha's fantastic. He knows me very well now. We are beyond first name last name basis now for sure. Again, I cannot say enough good things about them. Even before, like they did all the stuff for my car, we were going to their events, like their barbecue. They had the barbecue. They had the April meet last year, which was really fun. I brought my daughter. They had like the race car track set up, and she played, and I brought food and stuff. And it was a really good time. So like even before he knew that I was going to be a big part of his life, I already loved them. They were great people. So if you're in the area and you have a Subaru, actually they do more than Subaru too, right? So they do Subaru, Mitsubishis, Audis, and Volkswagens. They just don't really talk about the other ones too much because they are actually all Subaru lovers from the beginning. So, they do a lot of stuff. They actually had like a couple of Evo 10s parked over there that needed some work. Oh, what is it? Both Rally and Subaru, always good turnouts, man. Misha's is Subaru, so much confidence. Hell yeah, dude. They are, not only is because like the knowledge that they have about the cars, but just like the passion that they have. Like they love Subarus as much as the community loves Subarus. And really that's what you want from a shop. You want people that take care of your car like they would take care of their car. And that's how I feel about them. 100%. There's no doubt. Oh man. All right. It's a good thing we took pictures of all this stuff because I have a feeling if I had to do it again, I might forget what I'm doing. All right. Finish this up. So what do you guys got going on tonight? What are you going to do after this? Because I am going to eat and I'm probably going to play I'm going to do a little bit of gaming before I go to bed. I actually picked up Final Fantasy VIII Remastered on PlayStation just because, big Final Fantasy nerd. And dude, again, I'm about to say something that not popular. I love Final Fantasy VII, but I love Final Fantasy VIII more. There. I said it. The entire FF7 community is going to come hunt me down. Dude, oh man. Diablo 3. Did you play the D4 beta the weekend that it was free? Oh my God, Racer. Fine. Okay, another story. Real quick. I have a PSP. I've had it since the day it came out.
These days, I only use it when I'm traveling on the plane or I'm in the bathroom or sometimes I'm bored at night. I only have 4 games on there right now. 4 games. And it's modded. So it has Gran Turismo 2, the simulation disc, Final Fantasy Tactics, because I fucking love that game, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and one of my all-time favorite, probably number 1, Squaresoft JRPG, Vagrant Story. And if you have never heard of this game and you love JRPGs, you owe it to yourself to play Vagrant Story because it is literally the best. Oh my God, dude. Vagrant Tactics is phenomenal. That will forever be an absolute classic. But Vagrant Story is amazing. Vagrant Story actually came out, I want to say 6 or 7 months before the PS2 released, not announced, released. So it had a very short shelf life. A lot of people didn't play it, but it was an instant classic. It is just the best. And actually, probably Final Fantasy 12 they got that combat system from Parasite Eve and Vagrant Story combined. And that is why you got Final Fantasy 12. If you played that, if you know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, everything is on. I actually I got the EA Play Premium just so I could play Dead Space Remake. And actually it has Need for Speed Unbound on it. And I just started it just like 2 days ago. I have not really gotten into it, and it is really good. I love racing games. And I do have Gran Turismo 7 as well. Lately I haven't had a lot of time to play. And usually when I do play, my wife enjoys falling asleep to me playing some sort of action game or something with a story. And lately I've been playing Dead Space Remake for her until she falls asleep. And then I switch over and for myself, I play like Elden Ring or something until I fall asleep just for the few minutes I have. Yes. The Dead Space Remake. Yeah, there she is. There's my wife, Ava. She's like, where are you at? It's like 11 o'clock. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming by the stream. I had a great time. I accomplished something out of it, and we had a great conversation. I'm glad that some of the people that I usually talk to online actually showed up because, I think that's fun. Building community is very important to me. And I hope I've been doing a really good job of building that community with everybody, not just on YouTube, but on Facebook, on Instagram, on Reddit, everywhere that I go. I'm even in some stupid VB chat on Snapchat that I just it's been muted for like the last couple of weeks because I can't keep up with it all. But Discord is a really good idea. I definitely should make that. I think a lot of people would probably hop in there and just get information, help each other out. I will continue to work on the shirt. I will continue to work on the stickers. I just hit 2,800 subs, which is really great. Channel is really growing. And again, Jeremy, thank you so much. I'm getting that draggy because of you. You will definitely, all of the first draggy videos are going to be dedicated to you, man. Anyway, you guys have a great night, and please be safe out there. I'll see you next time.